What's up, guys? Welcome back. Alright, so today we are getting straight back into our second week of the Pro Series, and as per usual I have my co-host here with me, Patchy. Patchy, how are you doing today, bud?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, man. I'm just chilling, you know how it is, ready for a good set of games. Looking forward to it. As you know, we see some of the usual suspects out here, so I'm keen to see them get back on the field and see some interesting stuff go down.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be an interesting day once again. So we've got the teams in, the teams that we've got in the Pro Series, of course, they're being the players from MEA Africa, Exist Esports, we've got Vibrant Gaming, we've got Phoenix Aura, Gamers Unite Nations, we've got the Drogon Dragons, which I'll just be calling the Dragons. We've got Tempo, we've got Slime 4KT, we've got the Outsiders, we've got Ekasi Esports, we've got Blink, we've got Nibble Impi, we got Raze Esports, ResUNDEAD, Simba Ultimate, and then of course the ISO Esports. But yeah, those are all the teams that we've got in today. So I think we should pretty much have just about everyone in the lobby. How's it looking on that side?
Yeah, man, we're just waiting for everyone to get in here. You know, make sure that all the players are out here. We should be able to start momentarily.
No, awesome. Yeah, so we're just waiting now for everyone to be in the lobby, making sure everyone's in there. So we should have about 16 teams, you know, going at it for today. So yeah, hopefully we can start anytime soon. Now just waiting on that little piece. So yeah, just hit us up there, Patchy, when it looks like everyone is in. Then we can hit the start button and get everything going.
Yeah. Just waiting for all the people to be in there.
Cool. Alright, guys, yeah, so if you'd like to participate in our Mettlestate Open Series in the next season, please be sure to head over to mettlestate.com to register your teams there and get more info. You'll also see the link in the description down below underneath the video. Yeah, so be sure to go through and have a look and yeah, get your teams and everyone ready. So I'm pretty sure we are ready to start.
Yeah, it seems like we're bobbing around 49.50 the whole time. So I'm assuming the rules say we must start at 7. So let us begin.
Yes, there we go. So let's get this party started. All right. So let's see. Will it work? There we go. So match has started. We will transition into that section right now. Just waiting for everything to load up. But there we go. So we are about to get into the action. All right, let's jump straight up into that. So let's have a look at the teams like I mentioned before. So we've got the players there from MEA Africa, we've got the team from Exist, then of course we've got Vibrant Gaming, we've got the players from Gun, we've got the team there from Temper in slot 8, 4KT in 9, and then we've got the Outsiders over in slot 10, we've got Ekasi over in 11, we've got Blink in slot 12, we've got Nibble in 13, Raze in 14, in 15 there we've got the players of course from ResUNDEAD, and then of course in 17 we've got the team there from ISO. So we don't see any players there from Simba Ultimate or the teams from, what's the other ones we're missing? Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix is the other one that we're not seeing here in this first round. But at least we got 50 people in. So I think it's still going to make for an interesting game nonetheless.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, let's have a quick look at our flight path. As you can see, it's taking us all the way from the Nova Crates down in the south there and heading over towards North George. So once again, quite some interesting spots there for the players to go to. So let's see, will they jump in at their usual spots, or are they going to go somewhere else? We'll find out soon enough, I assume. So we've got 13 teams, 50 players. You can see a few teams now already busy starting to make their way down over towards the map. There we've got 4KT heading off in the direction of the Nova Crates, and of course the players from Resurrection now heading over to Sosnovka military base. We've got Nibble now also just jumping out. The players there from Blink as well also starting to make their way down. Temper now also heading up. Let's see the remainder of Blink coming out. Outsiders, Gun, we've got Ekasi, we've got Exist. All the teams now starting to make their drop there. I think this is going to definitely be an interesting one. We've got the team already from Raze, as you can see, over in Sosnovka. 4K over in Novo. Let's see, will we have any teams pushing up into spots where they're going to be contending for the position? We might see that over here with MEA Africa and the players there from ISO Esports. Right, so as you can see also we've got Gun making their way down over to Quarry there. Blink moving over in towards Ferry Pier. So I think our first bit of action is going to be right here with MEA and the players there from ISO Esports. So we've got Wazzy, Panda, Vile and Yakes for MEA. And then of course for ISO we've got L7, Cubic, Xenon and Nano. So L7 is the player I formerly referred to as ISO number 1. Because he's got 1 number in his name.
Alrighty.
So let's see. Hopefully, we already heard a few shots going off between these players here. I don't see any damage. So that it might have just been a few warning rounds being fired. Oh, there we go. We got some more shots. Ooh, Gun getting a knock there on Blink. So Quickscope getting knocked out already. So that's a bit of a rough start. Oh, there we go. Gun putting those shots across. Let's see, will we see MEA and ISO engaging early on in the game? They are fairly close. I mean, there's just this little open space of ground between the players there.
Yeah, they're right across from each other here, so let's see if they decide to clash into one another or if they'll just go about their business, continue their looting and survive another day. We did see a bit of a trend coming out in the last couple of matches where survival was really the emphasis there, and we had some really crazy stuff going on in terms of all the teams just staying alive, and we had like 8 or 9 teams in like one of the final circles. It was nuts. So let's see if that happens again, or if we have some proper fights and some real early on big just team wipes and whatnot.
We can see Vile now just moving back a little bit. Let's have a quick look at the map, just trying to see if there's any other teams that we might see battling it out. So we got the Outsiders over in Rozok there. We've got Vibrant up in School. Boyka, of course, now just moving up into those compounds fairly close to the bridge. We've got Exist also spread out between Watertown and the Ruins. Then, of course, we got the players there from Raze over in North George. So just trying to see now. Yeah, no, the teams are pretty stationary at the moment. I think the only two teams that we might possibly see start fighting is the players over here from ISO Esports and of course the team there from MEA Africa.
There's a couple of shots getting fired off there, but most of the teams, they're sort of just chilling around. You can see SG down all the way there in my favorite spot by the military base. And yeah, you can see Gun chilling around by the red zone as well. King also chilling just outside that zone as well. So not too much going on just yet. As you say, MEA might just get into a little fight here. There's a bit of potential.
But it also seems like they're all rotating down over towards the southwestern side there. And then, of course, we've got Yakes moving over to the warehouses over on the southeast. And the three other players, of course, pushing up over into the southwest there. So they are slowly but surely making their way off. We've got the players here from ISO, of course, now keeping a watchful eye on them, trying to see if they can spot them. Cubic now tapping off a quick few shots over towards Vile. Ooh, we've got some retaliation there. A nice reply from MEA, putting a shot across, but of course, Vile taking a bit of damage. So you got L7 also trying to pop a quick look, just trying to see if he can get any visuals on the players from MEA. So good Wasi over here. He's trying to get that shot into L7. Cubic also just ducking and weaving in and out of the window there. It doesn't look too aggressive, the shots that they're trying to put across there. You know, it's more like you know, just telling the other team, you know, we are here, we know where you are. You know, don't come pushing up to us just yet.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of suppressing fire there, some warning shots to say that, yeah, like you say, you know, we're here, just don't come up here. We're busy, we don't want to fight you. I'm pretty sure you don't want to fight us.
Yeah, not yet.
It's just, not yet, not yet.
You can see Vile, of course, over here, just making his way around now. It seems like he's frantically searching for some meds. Hasn't been able to find any that we could see just yet. Well, he's got some boosts. Oh, he does have health. Okay, cool. So he's fully boosted, slowly regaining some health there. But he doesn't seem too bothered to, you know, to pop a quick med kit. There we go, gets the second med kit. Alright, so hopefully he'll start healing up anytime soon. Otherwise, he's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage. Ooh, if you're looking at the outsiders there, they're now very close to Boyka. So I'm going to jump up here to Boyka so you can see what we have cooking on this side. So the outsiders really moving in, and I'm pretty sure Boyka kind of senses the team just there on top of him. So let's see, will the outsiders push up? Will Boyka push up to them? Well, he's got some backup now. Pounds now also moving in, and the remainder of the squad joining up. There we go. Shots flying across. Boyka getting the first hit in on Dami. So the outsiders getting their first player knocked. Good Rasta, Jesse, and Kaizen. Ooh, what a grin by 6. Dami just getting raised up and getting knocked out once again. Oh, Kaizen goes down. Oh, down goes Rasta. It's up to Jesse. Oh, well done. Well played to 6. There we go. What a play. So just like that, that's our second kill. The first one, of course, going to Gun. Getting that quick knockout with the vehicle early on in the game. You can see ISO now moving up into the crate area there. MEA now regrouping and getting ready to move out. We got Raze, of course, still up in North George. You got the players from Exist now just on the northern side of Pachinki there. We got Gun just coming into zone fairly close to Gatka there. We got Temper pushing up over to the apartments at school. Nibble, of course, just over towards the southeast of their position, and Ekasi up in the north, up in Severny, but slowly but surely making their way now down in towards zone. And 4KT, of course, as you mentioned, military base, the team there from Resurrection Undead, now also just rotating up onto the main island. So the teams are definitely on their way. We should see some action there from them anytime soon. Because as we know,
want to see.
as we know, as these teams get closer and closer together, that's of course when the action, you know, just kind of gets turned up to 10, and it's just shots and fights all over the place.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. As soon as that pressure comes on, we see some crazy stuff happening, and that's when all the good stuff comes out.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that is what we are waiting for. But also, hopefully, we might see one or two teams, of course, you know, pushing up onto another team before we get to that stage of the game. You know, we're only on our first zone. And hopefully, we'll see some plays. We've got Boyka, of course, now just quickly running out to pick up the vehicle there. Going back over towards the team. And it doesn't seem like anyone from Temper has really spotted him just yet. We got Shady and Flacco up on the roof, of course, looking all around. But yeah, it doesn't look like they've spotted him just yet. Right, so Temper holding their spot there. We've got the team from Resurrection Undead, of course, now rotating up just past the drop there. We've got Raze also on the way. MEA also now getting underway. Let's see, maybe let's jump over here to Nibble and see what we got cooking. We got the players there from Vibrant, of course, still holding up in the compound. We got a quick bit of refueling happening there with Vindog. So we got Vindog and Nomad here with us. Just in front here, and then of course just off to the side there we've got J-Roller and Sticky. Pretty sure I just saw another drop come down. Maybe that was just my imagination. Ooh, MEA and Raze. Let's try and jump up into that. No, MEA took them down before we could even get there. That was a full squad wipe. Wow. Blowing up the vehicle. Wow, that was a tough one. They hit the tree. You can see Wazzy, of course, now moving up. You know, it's weird how you always hit a tree when you're trying to, you know, battle it out with an opposing team.
That seems to be a trend. I think we've seen people hit trees a couple of times so far. Or a rock.
Yes.
It's always something in the way.
Yes, yes. And it's especially bad when they become mobile, you know, like the rock just decides to jump out in front of you. You know, it's like it's on a kamikaze mission or something.
Yeah, the rocks just jump out at you.
Yeah, no, they do it, and at the most unexpected times, you know. Right, so we're jumping over here to Vibrant. They're still holding up in this compound, and we got Temper, of course, over towards their south there. So we haven't seen any shots or any exchanges between the two teams. They're definitely keeping an eye on each other, but you know, there's no shots that we've seen just yet from either side.
Yeah, we might be seeing another one of those survival games coming out here, which I'm not too sad about, since the whole survival thing did yield some very interesting results. You know, we got to see some on the bridge action with that river going underneath, and teams were just jumping in the river and trying to survive and running around. So it was quite entertaining. So if we see one of those again, I'll certainly be pretty happy with that. So either way, even if these teams don't want to just run into each other just yet, although we have seen a little bit of that as well, of course, with MEA. But you know, either way, I'll be happy.
Well, we might have something cooking, because we've got the players there from Resurrection Undead pushing up over towards the southeast of Vibrant here. And then, of course, we still got Temper holding their position over towards the south. Ooh, there we go. So quick shots now. Nova opening fire over towards Temper. Temper now also sending a nice reply across. Ooh, there we go. So no damage just yet, but I mean, we have some shots now flying across. That is always a good start.
Yeah, the shots have been fired.
Yes. So I'm quite curious to see who's going to be the one who's going to take on who. Will it be Temper pushing up over to Undead? Will it be Vibrant pushing up? Because I mean, Nukes over here is busy firing off a few shots over there to Vibrant, and it's definitely drawing the attention, you know, from Undead side. So it'll be interesting to see which way it's going to go.
Yeah, right now we see the teams sort of spread out into two sort of halves. We got up towards the northwest there. We've got a couple of teams sort of spread out, and then down towards the southeast we have a couple more teams, but most of them are concentrated towards that center area. So let's see if they run into each other and get a little bit of a clash going.
Well, Titan did exactly that, jumping over here to the players from Blink, getting that first hit on 4KT. The remainder of the squad just behind him there, so you got Pronto and Helios. So pretty good play there by Titan, just rushing up into the zone. You can see Superior now just searching for the players. Titan now on the lookout, trying to see if he can spot any of the players left there from 4KT. So 4KT now down to 2. Well, from what I can see here. Yeah, there we go. So it's Pronto and Helios. We also have Ekasi and ISO also fairly close together, up in the northern side. They're close to Rozok. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. We've got Superior. He's now heading off over... Where's he going? Ooh, okay, no. So he's pushing up, heading in, leaving Titan behind. I don't know if he's maybe just trying to circle around and get a better positioning, or which way here around he's going to go. But I mean, well, there we go. Titan also now on the way. We still have the players, of course, here from Undead, Vibrant, and Temper, all still in their spots. We got the zone shifting up. Blue zone is closing in. So I think it's going to be interesting to see where the blue zone is going to move towards, and you know, which of the players we're going to see getting taken down, you know, as they have to move up. There's no other way. But it'd be interesting to see who's going to have to move to where.
Yeah, absolutely. The one of the key elements of being able to succeed in this game is being able to adapt to what the blue zone throws at you. You know, if it shifts, you have to be able to adapt, and if you can't, you know, you get taken down, because that pressure that the blue zone applies is really, really massive, and you know, it forces you into positions, it forces you to make decisions that maybe you weren't prepared for sometimes. So you need to sort of be able to work around that. So like you say, let's see where the zone ends up going, and see if any of these teams will be shifted into an uncomfortable spot. You know, like we've seen before, sometimes when that zone shifts, all of a sudden you get a bit of a bottleneck there where, you know, 5 teams all trying to go through the same spot, and suddenly there's an absolute slaughterfest.
Well, we had a nice exchange here between the players from Undead, of course, and Temper now. It's Shady, I think it was Shady and Nukes. Also, you know, firing off a quick few shots there over to Deity. So it's interesting to see, you know, the strats. Oh, there we go. Zone has shifted up.
Yeah, there's that zone shift.
Hey, there we go.
That's what we were looking for. There's about 2 or 3 teams I'm looking at there. Obviously, Titan and the rest of them have to get moving, as well as Helios and Pronto. Nibble also got to get themselves moving. Temper, they're nice and close, so they can probably just shift in. But Deity and the rest of SG, they're kind of molding around Vibrant here. They're very, very close, and they could end up in a little bit of engagement pretty soon.
And we can see a few of these shots already from Vibrant side now going straight over towards the team there from Undead, as they just rotating up in towards zone now. So we saw Panic, and I think it is Chris or no, that's Berserk or Deity taking a bit of damage, as you know, in the rotation up in towards zone. Ooh, ISO, let's jump over here to ISO. They keeping an eye now. Nice, look at those shots. So Undead passing from one team over to the next, and Temper also now moving in. So you got Temper and Undead. Well, Undead is not in a pretty... Well, they're pretty unlucky in this round. Because no matter where they go, there's teams in all directions just shooting at them.
Yeah. The downside to being like right close in the center there is that obviously you're going to be pincered from all the sides. So you have to make your choices. And if you're going to be stuck right in the middle, well, then you're going to be stuck right in the middle of a lot of gunfights.
Yeah, no, that's true. So we'll see now, because we got Undead. They're trying to avoid the players here from Temper. But of course now that opens them up right to the team from Vibrant that we've got over towards their southeast. And if they're trying to avoid Vibrant, we've got the players from ISO over towards their north. So it's a pretty tough spot to be in.
Yeah, you can already see some pot shots going off there from Vibrant. Just trying to put that pressure on, make sure they know, yeah, they're surrounded, that we out here knocking on the doors. If you leave, you die.
Let's have a quick look at the other teams moving up. So ISO, they've got a drop there with them. We've got Exist on the southern side. Nibble now just rotating up as well, just past the players there from ISO. And Temper also on the move. So Nibble now pulling up just north there of ISO. We got MEA now also moving in over in the west. So they're just moving up there into Watertown. So this is going to be a highly congested zone once again. So many teams in here. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, right now, what I'm looking at is that interesting rotation from Nibble actually places the pressure zones in a bit of a different spot here, because now, as you can see, Temp, they are sitting here kind of in the middle of that triangle, you know, with Vibrant on the side, MEA on the other side, ISO on the top, and also Ekasi there just to the northwest. But now that Nibble's rotated all the way to the top there, they're in a pretty good position to have a look on Gun as well as ISO and Ekasi. So that's an interesting rotate there from them, getting themselves out of a bad situation that could have been potentially chaotic and putting themselves in a little bit of a plus up, or 1+.
No, definitely agree with you on that. So it's going to be interesting to see. You know, we've got Deity, of course, on this side, getting that quick hit in on Flacco. Flacco now getting rezzed up. So that I mean, a knock, you know, at times people think, well, what's the point of a knock? But I think it's a pretty useful strategy, because you're kind of forcing the team, you know, to use up meds. You know, you putting some damage into the armor there, you know, and it definitely puts the team that you're fighting with at a bit of a disadvantage there. We got Nibble, of course, now pushing up towards Gun. Nomad getting knocked, and that's one of the things that's going to happen there. You know, the player's going to have a little less health, a little less meds. The armor is a little bit more damaged, and you know that counts in favor of Gun. You know, or rather the opposing team.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, you know, anyone saying that a knock isn't really useful, you know, what's the point? Obviously, isn't really paying attention to what's going on, because you can quickly very easily tell that, you know, when you get a knock onto a player, not only are you taking away one of their guns to shoot at you with, which is already a huge advantage, like you said, you're using up their meds, you're using up their utility, because now they have to use smoke grenades or something like that to cover them while they go and res that place, or they have to relocate or sort of rearrange their lines to go and res that teammate, otherwise they go player down, which is ultimately, you know, a bad spot to be in. And if you actually watch some of the plays that these teams do, you know, at a competitive level, sometimes the teams won't even go for the kills because they know they don't need them. Because if you knock everyone on the team, they're out to the lobby anyway. So you really just need that knock, especially when it comes down to a really clutch scenario. If you go in for the knocks, you're already taking the men out of the fight, and then you just get 5 knocks and win. Or 4 knocks and win. You know, easy.
I mean, we're jumping over here to Temper now. They've decided to rotate, and they rotated right up into the team from Exist. And Vibrant yet again right there, just off in the distance, not too far away. But I mean, we saw that in what you were talking about now with Nibble, because they tried rotating away from Gun, and of course they were hitting straight up into the players there from Ekasi. So that's already putting them in a bit of a difficult spot. Ooh,
yeah, it certainly will.
We've got the players there from Vibrant battling it out with Blink. Ooh, Flacco now trying to push up in towards Exist here. So Temper and Exist going at it. Oh, Zodiac gets a beautiful hit in. So Nuke's going down. We've got Shady and Flacco, the last two hopefuls left here for Temper. Shady, of course, now just trying to rotate up. I don't know where he is, though. Oh, he's behind me. Oh, Flacco putting a bit of hurt in to the players here from Exist. There we go. Nicely played. Down goes Flacco. So, yeah, Temper now down to their last player. Shady now just pushing up. Let's see, will he be able to get any of these thirsts going? We've got a few shots now coming in from way off in the distance, and he gets it. Well done to Shady.
Yeah. Yeah, well played stuff. I mean, this is what we were certainly expecting here. You know, Temper, they were in a pretty difficult situation. We were talking about that being surrounded for quite some time. So this is the inevitable result of that sort of pressure.
And we got MEA now turning up the heat there on the players from Undead. So we got Chris getting knocked, Deity getting thirsted. We got Panic and Berserk now trying to stay alive. I mean, everyone is now trying to push up into zone, and it's going absolutely crazy here with Tempo, where we've got Vibrant now pushing up right on them. Down goes Nukes. So 6 getting that hit, ISO getting taken down by the blue zone. So Shady now once again the last hopeful left. Ooh, gets hit by Boyka. Let's see, will Shady be able to survive? Will he clutch this? Well, he's definitely trying. He's definitely putting up quite a bit of a fight, sending grenades, smokes, shots, everything just to try and stay alive. But Vibrant, of course, being absolutely relentless. They're repositioning. We got a few more shots now coming in. Gun getting a few hits in on 4KT. Nomad, they're getting the hit in on Sully. Wow. So Shady just now realizing he is not in the best spot. MEA also putting quite a bit of hurt across over towards the players there from Ekasi as well as Nibble. Oh, there we go. Vibrant gets the finish on Tempo. Well done, well played. Blink also not just battling to survive. You can see the players there from Gun pushing in. So we got Titan and Superior. Oh, got a few mollies. Risk really putting a lot of bullets across there. Loads of shots flying over. Superior now just quickly trying to recover some health there. Ooh. Undead being absolutely relentless. You can just see the shots there on the minimap going off in all directions. Risk now pushing up towards Titan. Will he get it? Nice. Vibrant getting hit as well. Ah! Your Pyro gets knocked out. So let's see. Up comes Gun. Yes! Pushes in. Well done. Well played. Superior now being the last hope for left. Trying to get that. Oh! Well played by Gun. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Look at the zone though. Wow. This is going to be a crazy, crazy finish. We got Undead right here with the players from Vibrant. Shots flying across in all directions. Panic getting knocked. We got Berserk and Chris. Gun just off in the distance there. We also have the players from 4KT. Seems like Helios might be the last hopeful left. He's, of course, over towards the west there. We got Xenon, Ekasi pushing in. MEA pushing in. Might see a little bit of action here between Ekasi and MEA. So Oscar now just keeping a watchful eye there. Ooh, was he pushing up? Ooh, Vibrant going at it over here. Berserk now the last one left. Let's see, will Vibrant push up over to him? Well, they're definitely on the move. Oh, trying to get those grins in. He gets the res in on Panic. There we go. There we go. Panic, the last one. Down he goes. Well played to Vibrant. So MEA is still pushing up on Ekasi. Or rather, battling it out with Ekasi. Everyone now is trying to stay alive. Xenon just holding up on the water's edge there. Helios also just in the side of zone. We got 6 teams, 18 players left. Let's see. This is going to be an interesting finish. I mean, so many teams left. Oh, Gun and Vibrant going at it now. Boycott goes down. Blue Zone coming in. When I talk about players getting pushed and flushed right on top of each other. Vibrant not looking too great. Gun really turning up the heat. MEA pushing up on Ekasi. They're getting severely damaged. So Gun in a pretty good spot though there. Not exactly in zone, but I mean it is a favorable position to be, you know, they've got a bit of higher ground. Oh, and they are definitely using it to their advantage. Oscar is the... Oh, dead. That is it. Well done to Ekasi. Well, not Ekasi. I mean MEA taking out Ekasi. Wow, just as I was about to say that Oscar has got no life left, they proved me right and took him out. 1 grin. Beautiful play. I think this last zone is going to be pretty insane.
Yeah, for sure. With all these players left alive in here, it's certainly going to be an interesting one.
I mean, 12 seconds left until zone shifts in. We've got 12 players. Helios just comfortably waiting there just on the side of zone. Xenon very comfortable in zone. Gun and now of course on the move. Zone closing in. Oh, Yakes gets the hit on Slim. Let's see, will Helios make it? Maybe not. Xenon hiding there in the water. All scuba gear ready and everything. Oh, sneak attack. What a play. Xenon goes down. Well done to MEA. Vibrant not going to survive the zone. It's going to be a finish between Gun and MEA. So Pyro and Risk now just quickly tending to the wounded players there. We still have Vibe. He's still alive. He's not 6. 6 is still alive. He's not out yet. Not out yet.
Yet being the ample word there.
Yes, and I mean he is just busy trying to heal off, trying to survive as long as he possibly can.
Yeah, and as that zone gets smaller, you're gonna see that fight coming out here between MEA and Gun. It's gonna get tight.
So down goes 6, down to 2 teams. Nerf getting that hit in on Vile. So MEA got a bit of a split going on there as well. We got Panda all off on his side there over on top of the roof. And then of course we got the 2 others here, Wazzy and Vile just holding their angle on this, you know, on the northern side of the zone here. Gun completely covered in smoke. Panda now moving out. Oh, down he goes. What Vile? The last 2 hopefuls left. They're trying to move up. Slim also trying to move in. He's not letting them get away just yet.
Yeah, this is it. MEA have to push up. You can see the blue zone doing its work. There they have to try and get something going here. The Gun losing their players, getting knocked left and right. They're going down here. MEA taking that upper hand as quickly as they can.
And it's up to Pyro now. Let's see what Pyro... Oh, no, down he goes. What a play. What a finish. There we go. There we have it. So we've got MEA coming in with a chicken dinner there. Wow, getting themselves a nice 18 kills. We've got Gun, of course, finishing off in 2nd place. We've got Vibrant in 3rd. ISO taking 4th place. 4KT coming in 5th place. We've got Ekasi finishing in 6th place. We've got Undead there in 7th. Of course, Blink finishing off in 8th place. Nibble in 9th. Temper in 10th place. Exist in 11th. Then, of course, we've got Raze in 12th place. And the Outsiders getting sent back into the lobby first. So what an interesting play that was. I mean, that was an insane zone once again. But it's you know, it's exactly what you would expect, you know, from this level of teams competing, if I could put it like that. You know, like, because as you mentioned before, they are pretty prone to surviving. You know, they want to make it as far as they can, you know, push up as far into the game as they can, you know, before getting taken down or, you know, being sent back to the lobby prematurely. So it definitely makes for a very interesting play, seeing these persistent teams. You know, they're quite reluctant, you know, like I'm not going back to the lobby just yet. And yeah, it makes for a very, very interesting finish.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we saw some crazy stuff there. And like you said, the caliber of teams that we're seeing at the moment just shows us how long they can survive and what they can do, you know. And in these small zones, you know, with so many players remaining, it just, you know, you have to be able to play really effectively to be able to maintain your position and survive in a situation like that. So yeah, well played to all the teams there. Of course, GG to that chicken dinner right there. Very nice and well played.
Yeah, well done, well played. All right, so without any further ado, let's try and jump up into the replays, and of course, yeah, then we can get into our second match starting up right after that. All right, so here we go. Jesse and Kaizen. Jesse and Kaizen. Ooh, what a grin by 6. Dummy just getting raised up and getting knocked out once again. Oh, Kaizen goes down. Goes Rasta, it's up to Jesse. Oh, well done, well played to 6. Behind me. Oh, Flacco putting a bit of hurt in to the players here from Exist. There we go. Nicely played. Down goes Flacco. So yeah, Temper now down to their last player. Shady now just pushing up. Let's see, will he be able to get any of these first going? We've got a few shots now coming in from way off in the distance, and he gets it. Well done to Shady. They're repositioning. We got a few more shots now coming in. Gun getting a few hits in on 4KT. Nomad, they're getting the hit in on Sully. Wow. So Shady just now realizing he is not in the best spot. MEA also putting quite a bit of hurt across over towards the players there from Ekasi as well as Nibble. Oh, there we go. Vibrant gets their finish on Tempo. Well done, well played. Map going off in all directions. Risk now pushing up towards Titan. Will he get it? Nice. Vibrant getting hit as well. Ah! Your Pyro gets knocked out. So let's see. Up comes Gun. Yes! Pushes in. Well done, well played. Superior now being the last hope for left. Trying to get that. Oh! Well played by Gun. Ooh, Vibrant going at it over here. Berserk now the last one left. Let's see. Will Vibrant push up over to him? Well, they're definitely on the move. Oh, trying to get those grins in. He gets the res in on Panic. There we go. There we go. Panic, the last one. Down he goes. Well played to Vibrant. So Gun in a pretty good spot though there. Not exactly in zone, but I mean, it is a favorable position to be, you know, they've got a bit of higher ground. Oh, and they are definitely using it to their advantage. Oscar is the... Oh, dead. That is it. Well done to Ekasi. Zone closing in. Oh, Yakes gets the hit on Slim. Let's see, will Helios make it? Maybe not. Xenon hiding there in the water. All scuba gear ready and everything. Oh, sneak attack. What a play. Xenon goes down. Well done to MEA. Move in. He's not letting them get away just yet.
Yeah, this is it. MEA have to push up. You can see the blue zone doing its work. They have to try and get something going here. The gun losing their players, getting knocked left and right. They're going down here. MEA taking that upper hand as quickly as they can.
And it's up to Pyro now. Let's see what Pyro... Oh, no, down he goes. What a play, what a finish.
The cornerstone. I know that I can't be without you. This bond is solid gold. We're a diamond and an emerald. It took me forever to find you. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling. Summer's calling. As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see December. 'Cause when it's all over, the love that you give will be there to guide you in every way. Now we've been through the cold and darkest days. The summer's calling.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. All right, we are getting ready for our second round to get underway. Man, if we've got anything to go on based on the previous match, this one is going to be an absolute insane one once again. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna see some interesting stuff as per usual.
Yeah, just let's have a quick look at the teams once again. All right, so we've got the players there. Never mind. Let's jump into the match. I thought I'd already transitioned up into that, so let's jump straight in. All right, there we go. So as you can see, the players that we've got, the teams as well. We've got MEA over in slot 2, Exist over in slot 3. We've got Vibrant in 4. We've got Gun over in slot 6. The Dragons over in 7, Temper over in 8, we got 4KT in 9, Outsiders in 10, Ekasi in 11, we got players from Blink over in 12, we got Nibble over in slot 13, Raze in 14, then of course Undead over in 15, and then last but not least, we've got the players there from ISO Esports. So we've got an extra team this round. We've got 14 teams in the lobby this time.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Just more gunfights.
There we go. All right, so let's have a look at the flight paths. You can see the plane is underway. So the plane, of course, taking us from the northwestern side of the map there, La Cabrera, and of course heading over to just south there of Los Leones. So a nice northwest to southeast map. Nice flight path. So giving the players there some pretty good spots to jump in along the way. So let's see which ones they choose to go to. We've got Nibble, of course, now making their way over towards the ruins. We've got the Dragons and Ekasi pushing up straight in towards La Cabrera. And ISO, we might even see them make their way over towards the Oasis. Also, of course, the new section on the map there. Let's have a quick look at the remainder of the teams as they're busy making their way down. So we've got MEA on their way. We've got Temper moving up into El Pozo. We've got Gun going up into Monte Nuevo. Exist now also just dropping off there, heading over towards Chumacera. And as you can see, we might see a fairly interesting matchup with MEA and 4KT over in Picado. So that's definitely going to be an interesting one. We've got Vibrant, Raze, as well as the players from that being Blink heading up into Los Leones. So we got 3 squads over in Los Leones, 2 over in Picado, 2 over in La Cabrera. We got the outsiders heading up in towards water treatment, and ISO Esports touching down just south there of the Oasis. So just waiting to see where our first fight is going to be so we can jump up straight into that fight. It might be between Raze and Vibrant, or it might be between the Dragons and Ekasi. There we have the zone now as well. Or it might even be between MEA and the players from 4KT.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see one of those teams stepping it up very quickly, just to, you know, take out the team close by them and give themselves a little bit of space on the map to work with in terms of just getting the rest of their looting done and being able to solidify themselves before the next zone comes.
So just keeping an eye on the map now, trying to see, watching all the players, and of course we've got the spectator. The player that we are busy spectating at the moment is Yakes there from MEA. So if the shots start happening over here, we can of course jump straight up into that. So keeping an eye on the Dragons up in the north there, keeping an eye on MEA and 4KT over here. Ekasi also with the Dragons up in the north, and then of course Raze and Vibrant over in Los Leones. We've got the Blink team still fairly close to them, but you can see Titan now making his move over there towards Quickscope. Quickscope of course heading up in towards Impala. Just scanning around the map, waiting for these first shots. We heard 1 or 2 shots, but pretty sure none of them really landed anywhere useful just yet. Let's have a look at MEA. So they're of course now making their way through Picado here, and as I mentioned, we've got the team there from 4KT of course just off in the distance. So you're just trying to see now, will we see a bit of action here between 4KT and MEA? MEA of course now moving out, splitting up quite a bit. You can see Yakes and of course Wazi right up here on the hill, and then of course we got Panda rotating off way off into the distance there. So he's heading off for some nice sunrise somewhere. Let's jump over to Raze. They're of course over here in Los Leones. We got the team there from Vibrant right there with them as well, just over towards their north. So we got Nova, Pounds, Boyka for Vibrant that we can see on screen, as well as 6. And then of course for Raze here we've got Sidon, Beast, Supreme and Optic. So quite some distance between these teams though. I mean, on the map it looks like they're like right on top of each other. And then when you jump up, you see, no, they're actually pretty far away. But that's the usual thing with Murmur. You know, it's quite deceiving just watching the map, trying to figure out where these teams are.
Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of distance, but actually, you know, there's quite a large distance between them, even though they look so close. That at least gives them a bit of space to move around and do stuff, but that also means that there's a potential for the teams to sort of just hide away from one another or just never come into contact with one another for quite a long duration, which will mean that, you know, they'll probably survive a little bit longer and the match will draw a little bit longer, and we might just see another spicy populated final circle.
I'm also curious to see now whether or not Helios there from 4KT is going to move up over towards Exist. You can see Tia from Exist just moving about there. We've got Helios just kind of, you know, just over the hill. So we got Tia just to the southwest there, southeast rather of Tia. We have that church up on the hill. So we know that's a pretty good vantage point to have, you know, even with the current zone as it is. So waiting to see whether or not Helios is going to try and move up in towards that direction. We got Tia also slowly but surely creeping up in that direction as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen there. And of course we've got those players there from Undead and MEA. Not a lot of distance between them, but as you can see they're also fairly close. And at the moment it seems like Undead, if they all move up to where we've got Berserk, that's a pretty good position, a pretty good spot for them to be in, because you know, they've got the height advantage. You know, they've got the whole terrain in the way. You know, some nice cover there. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting one to see which way around these players are going to try and go for it. Helios now still moving up even more so, and we got Tia also moving up over towards the road. So let's jump over to Tia just to see what we got over here. I'm going to be curious to see if we have those shots, because you can see Helios just on screen every time Tia looks over towards the east. So Helios is fairly close. So waiting now to see whether or not either of the players there are going to spot the other one. And like you mentioned, with the distance between the teams, it's like they're all just dancing around each other. You know, it looks like they're heading up straight towards each other, but meanwhile, there's quite some distance between them.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the game is about, you know, forcing the players to engage with one another, because if they don't have to, then they can sort of just sit back and do nothing for quite a period of time, you know. So that's why, of course, there are a couple of different things in the game that put the pressure on. Of course, there is the fact that you want to be able to be the last one standing, but, you know, that blue zone just encourages players to get a little bit closer, get a little bit more snug there, and maybe take a few couple of gunfights there. And of course, you also have that red zone to make them uncomfortable every now and then, popping up there to just just get them a bit more shifty and sort of flush them out of the spots where they perhaps should be moving out of. And that just all encourages a little bit more, you know, gunfights to happen, and a little bit more things to happen.
Yeah, well, we just saw the players there from MEA pushing up, of course, right up in towards Vibrant, and Yikes being the last man to escape. And he's, of course, now moved up fairly close there to Berserk. I mean, we've got Berserk just over there to southeast. Panic also not too far away. So we had our first little bit of action, of course, now happening there. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, where these teams and where these players are going to rotate up to. You know, hopefully they start... well, everyone is slowly but surely starting to make their way up. You can see Nibble and Temper now rotating up from the northern side there of the map. The Dragons on their way as well. We got Ekasi on the way. Outsiders just coming into zone. We got 4KT over in Picado. Tia rotated up a little bit over in the direction there of Picado, but then turned around and came back. We've got Gunnar also moving up. So they might just pass by the players there from 4KT. We got Raze very comfortable in Los Leones. Same going for the players there from Blink. They're, of course, also fairly comfortable over in Impala. I think it's going to be an interesting one to see where these players are going to push up to. Temper and Nibble just passing by each other here. And I mean, this is not, it doesn't look close from the map. It is. You know, it doesn't only look close. There we go. That's the proper way of saying it.
Yeah, because we don't really know what's close on this map, but that was pretty close, or at least closer than usual in this map.
So we keep jumping over to Yikes here. You can see Yikes, of course, now being still fairly close there to Berserk, who we have just off in the distance. But Yikes now just playing the safe game, moving the van inside, you know, making sure that even the vehicle that he's using won't get spotted. You know, just trying to survive that little bit longer, and of course having an escape route should he need it.
Yeah, you know, you get those points for survival if you know, those placement points if you place high, and of course surviving can get you there. We've seen it happen a couple times where, you know, a lot of teams will get almost knocked out, and then their last player surviving will get them a lot further than they would have been. But yeah, you know, we keep talking about this, and it always comes down to the fact that, you know, surviving is good, but also getting the frags is what you need to do as well. There needs to be a good balance between the two if you want to perform high, if you want to get to those top spots.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a little bit disappointing for the team, you know, if they place pretty good, but you know they go back to the lobby with, you know, a low kill count, because you know another team can another team can still take the spot from them, having earned a lower placement, but getting way more kills at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure, and we've seen it happen a couple times as well, where a team's been, just they don't really place the best. It's okay, but they'll just go absolutely nuts with the frags. They'll get a lot of points that way, and they can really, like, even in one game where they just get a whole load of frags, they can just jump all the way to the top of the scoreboard and just outperform everyone else.
I mean, we've seen that happen, especially on the open series.
Yeah.
Just busy watching Nibble and Temper here, now closing up on each other. Sticky trying to put a quick few shots across. Gets a hit in on Nukes, but I mean, then Con comes up the side and just reminds him that you're not as covered as you thought you were. Yo, this area is completely littered with vehicles. You can see all the buggies and bikes. We had that one buggy glitching into the map as well, just for a little bit. But Nibble now, of course, making their way. Off they go, rotating away. We might see the outsiders and Ekasi battle it out. So we got Ekasi up on the hill. So we got Reverb and Sully. Oh, there we go. Oscar and Bait now also moving up. We've got the outsiders now trying to get a quick few shots in before Ekasi gets too far away. But Ekasi, they are rotating up, heading off over into a safer position. So it's interesting to see how these teams are slowly but surely now creeping up in towards zone. And we might even see quite a few of them move up in towards Los Leones. I mean, Exist, having taken quite a bit of a rotation, they're heading all the way around to the southeastern side of the zone. We got Vibrant now pushing up towards Raze. So we're jumping over here to Raze. They're of course already opening fire right there on 6. Just trying to get those hits in. So we got Boyka and 6 rotating up together. And then of course the other two players there from Vibrant out in the open. Supreme tapping off several hits. Trying to get those shots across. Ooh, Sidon looks like he's trying to go. He's going to try his luck against the players here from Vibrant. So you got Boyka and 6 pulling up. Up comes... Man, I can't read the names when they're that close together. It's Nova and... We'll see the next one. We'll see the next name. I think it's Royal. Bounds, there we go. Yo. So got Bounds, 6, Nova and Boyka just over there to the east, northeast. And it goes Sidon now scoping it out over towards the northwest. But unfortunately, as you can see, we got Vibrant, who's already rotated up all the way to the side. Let's see, will they get those hits in on the Raze team? Ooh, Pounds has spotted Sidon. Oh, nice gun, getting a quick few hits in on Exist. So let's try and jump up to that quickly. Oh, nice. So Tia is down. Thrax now getting targeted next. We got Clutch going up towards Tia for the Raze there. Zodiac just holding back a little bit there. So got Slim, of course, now trying to move up. He's coming in from the top. They're trying to get that shot in on towards Zodiac. So Tia just getting raised up by Clutch now. So you got Clutch, Thrax, all outsiders and the Dragons also battling it out. We just saw Shek getting hit, or did Shek get the hit? Either or. But Exist now moving up. Oh, and they roll the vehicle. What a tough time to be doing that. Down goes Tia and Clutch. Thrax and Zodiac now the last two hopefuls left there. Both, of course, of them not getting thirsted. Nero going down. Clutch getting thirsted. Tia is out as well. So we got Thrax and Zodiac left. So Exist now down to 2. We got the Dark Dragons and the Outsiders, of course, over here. Busy going at each other's throats. Oh, there we go. Kesh. So we got Shek and Nero both down. Kesh and Dan, now the last hopefuls. Let's see, will the outsiders get these hits in? Oh, loads of shots. Down goes Kesh. Dan, of course, managing to get that quick res in on check. So let's see what their play is going to be. The outsiders, and of course, now moving up for the thirst there on Kesh. Sheik being left behind. Dan rotating out. Off he goes. Wow, we've got quite a few players, of course, now rotating up in towards zone. You know, more center zone. It's like they kind of know something that we don't know.
Interesting to see what that might be.
You got Sheik all alone. Dan the man rotating up. I don't know where he's going. What you getting up to, Dan? Let's have a look. Right, so Dan is trying to move up to somewhere. I mean, if you look at that zone though, we've got Thrax. He's about to get pushed here by Gun. What? So Thrax seems to be stuck in the wall. Oh, never mind. I was on the wrong side of the rock. I was inside the rock. That's why we couldn't understand what on earth am I looking at. Okay, cool. So Thrax is holding up just on the outside of the rock, not on the inside of the rock. There we go. My bad. Spectator glitch. We've got Gun, of course, just up ahead of them, as you can see. So Risk right there on, also at a rock. Also not inside the rock, just making his way around. So interesting to see if what Thrax's play will be there. I mean, because you got Zodiac rotating up all the way. Ooh, Vibrant pushing up over to ISO now. So let's jump over to this. Up comes Vibrant. Oh, nice. Nano getting knocked down. So 6 being absolutely relentless, as we've seen him do several times.
Yeah, a little bit of a return to form in some respects, not having showed up a couple of times in previous rounds. So putting in the work now to try and make up for it.
And we've got Raze now also maybe moving up as well. You can just see them right behind them. They're over towards the south. So this is going to be interesting to see whether or not we're going to have a third party happening here. ISO, of course, getting thinned down. Oh, Xenon gets knocked as well. Down goes Cubic. What a grin by Vibrant. Beautiful play there by Pounds. Well freaking done. Let's see. Raze now. Ooh, are they going to move up? Yes, up comes Supreme. He's coming straight over towards the compound here. In fact, the whole Raze team are now moving up. So this is going to be yet another interesting fight. Let's see, will Vibrant be able to fend off the players there from Raze? No, it seems like Raze are now rotating up, making their way further up in towards the zone. So you got Thrax still alive. He's still just chilling on the outside of the rock here. I just have to make, you know, sure that people know he's on the outside of the rock and not on the inside. Yeah. We've got Nibble also just rotating up, just off in the distance there. 4KT hard on their heels. We might see Temper and the outsiders, of course, battling it out as well. You got Ekasi pushing up over towards that drop. Blink being fairly comfortable over in Impala there. No real need for them to move up. The zone has been in their favor for quite some time. Ooh, Temper getting a quick few hits in. Thrax might actually get the shot in on Gun, should he decide to take it. They are circling like vultures. There we go. Come on. They are hunting for him. They know he's here somewhere. You can see them, of course, just moving all around. Somehow, miraculously, they didn't spot him, just hiding in the rock here. There you go. So off goes Pyro, Risk, Nerf and Slim, both now moving out. I think they're probably going to kick themselves when they watch this back.
Yeah, that happens a lot of the time.
Seeing how close they were to getting that hit in on Thrax. Let's jump over here to Temper. They, of course, now turning up the heat on the outsiders. Jesse getting hit a little bit there. We saw one of the outsider players getting taken down. That, of course, being Dammy. The Outsiders, of course, are just trying to pull up over the ridge, but Kaizen gets knocked out. So Jesse and Rasta now moving up. We've got the Dragons, of course, now rotating up into zone as well, just trying to outrun the zone. But the blue zone are doing quite a bit of damage there, as per usual. Vibrant and Raze now also going at it. There you go, so the Outsiders jumping out. We've got the Dragons just up ahead of them, and Temper still firing those hits across over towards the Outsiders. The Outsiders trying to move up. Jesse now the last survivor. Let's see, will Jesse be able to pull a clutch on this one? We got the Dragons also right there next to Jesse. So this is definitely going to be an interesting one. Up comes Sheik now, moving up right behind Jess. Oh, come on. One more hit. Down goes Sheik. What a play. Jess and Dan now about to go at it. We got some shots coming in, and Dan gets the finish. Well played. Jumping over here to Nibble, of course, now. You can see them also fairly close there to the players from 4KT. So we got 4KT just on their west. Raze, of course, just up ahead of them. And we got Blink now finally rotating up out of their position in Impala. So Nibble now moving up. 4KT putting a quick few shots across over towards them. But they're now moving up right into the team here from Raze. Oh, they pull up right on Supreme. Down he goes. Well played there to Nomad and Vindog. Some quick reactions there. Vibrant also trying to get a bit of a third party action going. 4KT trying to get those hits. And down goes Nomad thanks to the vehicle blowing up. Oh, let's see. Will Sticky and J-Roller survive out in the field there? We got 4KT on the one side. Raze on the other. That's once again a pretty tough spot to be in. Good.
Yeah, you never want to be caught like that.
Oh, what a grin there by Sidon. So Sticky now, of course, being the lone survivor here. Well, no. Sticky being the lone survivor of the two that rotated up into this position. We got Thrax also just off in the distance there over towards the southwest. 4KT up they go. Thrax just on the edge. Zone moving in, so he's definitely going to have to start moving up anytime soon. So Nibble caught in a bit of a tough spot here out in the open. We got 4KT and Raze around them. They want to very badly get up in towards zone as the blue zone is now making its approach. Oh, there we go. Ekasi getting hit by Blink. Blink getting hit by Ekasi. Let's see where that fight is happening. That's, of course, right over there, so we can just jump into this. We don't have much of them left. Gun getting a quick few hits in on Temper as well. Here we go. So Raze just pulling up here. We got Nibble still just off in the distance there. Ooh, Ekasi getting hit. Ooh, Nukes gets a hit on Dan. Wow, there is so much happening at the moment. We got 4 teams right here. MEA, Raze, Nibble, down goes Yakes. Beautiful finish. We got Blink and Ekasi as well as Raze there. Of course, now Ekasi and Raze both closing in on Blink. Oh, loads of shots going across. Nibble just hanging back a little bit there. Down goes Titan and Quickscope. Reverb coming in with a grenade. Well done. But now Ekasi is opening up over towards Raze. So down goes Sidon, Beast and Optic, the last 2 hopefuls left. 10 teams, 33 players. We got Oscar also now rotating up. Let's quickly see what he's going to get up to here. We got Beast just on the other side of the hill. Right next to him. So Beast just lying in wait, waiting for Ekasi to come over their eyes. So he can just open fire and hopefully potentially get those hits in. So Optic and Sidon both now getting targeted. Optic opening fire. Putting a few hits across over towards Ekasi's side. And all they want to do is get into zone. Both of these teams that we've got left here. Down goes Sidon. Just want to make it up in towards zone. Optic also just wants to get in. Nomad getting hit by Vibrant now. So down he goes. Man, there is a lot of action. Oh, Exist sneaking up behind 4KT. Zodiac getting that finish on. Well, there we go. Zodiac taking out pretty much most of them. Nibble also getting a quick few hits in. Well done, well played. So Ekasi, let's jump up here to Gun with Vibrant. This is definitely going to be an interesting one. We got 6 holding up upstairs. He is, of course, the last one left. Gun now frantically searching, trying to move in. We got Ekasi opening fire on Nibble. We got J Roller, as you can see, just off in distance. They're now caught in the blue zone. Down goes Vibrant. Let's jump over here to J Roller. J Roller in the blue. Vindog getting hit. So he managed to make it up in towards zone. But yeah, I don't think he's going to last for too long. Here we go,
Yeah,
zone.
the question is always of timing. When do you want to get in or not?
Oh, down goes Vindog. Gun being absolutely relentless. Ekasi also tapping off a quick few shots over towards Roller. Let's see. Will Roller... No, zone takes him down. Well done to the blue zone. So just like that, we are down to 4 teams. So we got Gun comfortably sitting just here on the edge of zone. Let's not try and do that. Here we go. This one looks better. So we got Gun comfortably in zone. We got Temper now trying to move up. We got the players there from Undead, of course, over towards the north. Ekasi pushing on them now. So Berserk getting hit. Oh, Chris now the last hope for left. Well, Chris and Deity, sorry. Deity just came in the render. There we go. So Reverb just trying to put a few shots in. So Ekasi definitely drawing some attention from the remaining teams that we've got in zone. Deity now moving up towards Berserk. Down goes Reverb. Beautiful hit there from the Undead. Oh, Gun also now getting a few hits in on them. So Panic and Chris taking quite a bit of damage. They're trying to hide up in the smoke, but it's not paying off. There we go. Pyro gets that hit in on Chris. I'm just trying to see now, will they get that hit in on Panic? Deity and Berserk, of course, just managing to survive on the edge here. We've got Temper, as you can see, over towards the southwest there. Well, south-southwest. Right, so let's see. Where are they going to go? Shots flying up from Gun. Ekasi rotating in as well. They're moving in. Oh! There we go. Down goes Bait. Slim just ripping up through them. Oscar getting hit. Sully trying to hide behind the truck. Or the tractor. Oh, up comes Gun. Gets the hit on Nukes as well. Wow. Gun battling off in all directions. The Undead also getting a quick few hits in on Temper. So Con now being the last hope for left. Ekasi and Gun battling it out. Oh, down goes Con. Well done to Pyro. Oh, Panic getting hit as well. Gun just ripping it up this round, eh? Today, they, like, I don't know, they've had a pretty good pep talk, I assume.
Yeah, they want to get in there, they want to get those frags, they want to get the score, and they want to get out.
Well, whatever they were doing, it's been working amazingly, because, I mean, they are dominating these first 2 rounds so far.
Yeah, we'll see how that reflects on the scoreboard there at the end.
Can't agree with you more on that one. Chris now getting a quick thank you into Slim there, returning the favor. Oh, Ekasi getting hit hard. Down goes Reverb. Oscar and Reverb fairly close together. We've got Sudi, of course, keeping an eye over towards the Undead on the side there. So down goes Oscar. Down goes Chris once again. Oh, quick thirst there on Reverb. So this is going to be a tough one. 9 players left. Panic, the last hope for left for his team. Oh, Bait now also the last one for his squad. So 1v1v4.
Not looking too good for the lone wolf start here.
No, and the
Still
blue zone.
definitely possible.
Oh man, the gun is just gonna go like, thanks, thank you.
Yeah, I'll take the free win. Thank you.
Because Panic is in the blue, Bait is in the blue, Bait about to go down. Oh, and game over. Well done. Well played to Gun. So there we go. Gun getting the chicken dinner, coming in with 16 kills in the finish. Oh, we've got Undead in second place. We've got Ekasi there in third place. Then, of course, we got the players from Temper coming in fourth. 4KT taking fifth place. We got the Dragons in sixth place. Nibble going in seventh. Exist in eighth. We got Vibrant in 9. Raze coming in 10th place. Blink in 11th. MEA in 12th place. The Outsiders in 13th place. And then, of course, we got ISO coming in 14th place.
Yeah, GG, well played. You know, I was just thinking now, Gun, they've done a lot of good hunting here, getting a lot of frags like we were talking about. But one of the things that I have been interested to see here, and especially since we've been talking about the whole player meta where we see, you know, the players getting to a point where they're good enough to survive for, you know, long periods of time, you know, the question then becomes, do we see a team arising that are just the hunters? Because what would really thrive in a situation like that is one team that just doesn't settle in one place and just goes hunting unexpectedly and, you know, just popping on top of another team out of nowhere and really just, you know, catching them by surprise and taking them down and just going hunting, because that would do a lot for in terms of points for a team that decided to do that.
Well, it's interesting because, I mean, I think there's some teams that consider themselves as hunters. You know, like they kind of think, you know, I think that's kind of a way that they see themselves, you know, with their aggressive play that they have. You know, once they spot you, they kind of push and there's no rest. So yeah, we've seen quite a bit of aggressive play by some of the teams that we could probably classify as, you know, being hunters. But yeah, I mean,
would you say Gun is one of those, or?
Well, from what we saw now in this last play, they were absolutely relentless. I mean, once they've spotted you, they just keep going until they've taken you down. You know, so in a sense, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say that is like a hunter's strategy, because like if you think of a hunter, it's someone that like chases you, but also in another sense, like they keep on pursuing those hits. You know, if they get the first hit, they try to get the second hit, they try to get the third, the fourth, and they keep pushing until, you know, they've taken the squad down. So yeah, we could probably in a sense, you know, say that you know, Gun are being the hunters. You know, so yeah, but there we go. I think let's get ready for the next round, and then
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we can see if Gun will persist being the hunters in the next round. But there we go. Let's try and jump up into this.
Times in previous rounds, so putting in the work now to try and make up for it.
And we've got Raze now also maybe moving up as well. You can just see them right behind them. They're over towards the south. So this is going to be interesting to see whether or not we're going to have a third party happening here. ISO, of course, getting thinned down. Oh, Xenon gets knocked as well. Down goes Cubic. What a grin by Vibrant. It's across over towards the Outsiders. The Outsiders trying to move up. Jesse now the last survivor. Let's see, will Jesse be able to pull a clutch on this one? We got the Dragons also right there next to Jesse. So this is definitely going to be an interesting one. Up comes Sheik now. Moving up right behind Jess. Oh, come on. One more hit. Down goes Sheik. What a play. Jess and Dan now about to go at it. We got some shots coming in, and Dan gets the finish. Well played. A bit of a third party action going. 4KT trying to get those hits in. Down goes Nomad thanks to the vehicle blowing up. Oh, let's see. Will Sticky and J-Roller survive out in the field there? We got 4KT on the one side, Raze on the other. That's once again a pretty tough spot to be in.
Yeah, you never want to be caught like that.
Oh, what a grin there by Sidon. A few hits in on Temper as well. Here we go. So Raze just pulling up here. We got Nibble still just off in the distance there. Ooh, Ekasi getting hit. Ooh, Nukes gets a hit on Dan. Wow, there is so much happening at the moment. We got 4 teams right here. MEA, Raze, Nibble, down goes Yakes. Beautiful finish. Right here. MEA, Raze, Nibble, down goes Yakes. Beautiful finish. We've got Blink and Ekasi as well as Raze. There, of course, now Ekasi and Raze both closing in on Blink. Oh, loads of shots going across. Nibble just hanging back a little bit there. Down goes Titan and Quickscope. Reverb coming in with a grenade. Well done. And all they want to do is get into zone. Both of these teams that we've got left here. Down goes Sidon. Just want to make it up in towards zone. Optic also just wants to get in. Nomad getting hit by Vibrant now. So down he goes. Man, there is a lot of action. Oh, Exist sneaking up behind 4KT. Zodiac getting that finish on... Well, there we go. Zodiac taking out pretty much most of them. Nibble also getting a quick few hits in. Well done, well played. Nibble also getting a quick few hits in. Well done, well played. So Ekasi, let's jump up here to gun with Vibrant. This is definitely going to be an interesting one. We got 6 holding up upstairs. He is, of course, the last one left. Gun now frantically searching, trying to move in. We got Ekasi opening fire on Nibble. We got J-Roller, as you can see, just off in distance. They're now caught in the blue zone. Down goes Vibrant. J-Roller in the blue. Vindog getting hit. So he managed to make it up in towards zone. But, yeah, I don't think he's going to last for too long. Here we go, zone.
Yeah, the question is always of timing. When do you want to get in or not?
Oh, down goes Vindog. Gun being absolutely relentless. Ekasi also tapping off a quick few shots over towards Roller. Let's see. Will Roller... No, zone takes him down. Silly trying to hide behind the truck. Or the tractor. Oh, up comes Gun. Gets the hit on Nukes as well. Wow. Gun battling off in all directions. The Undead also getting a quick few hits in on Temper. So Con now being the last hope for left. Ekasi and Gun battling it out. Oh, down goes Con. Well done to Pyro.
Not looking too good for the lone wolf start here.
No, and the
Still
blue zone.
definitely possible.
Oh man. The gun is just gonna go like, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take the free win. Thank you.
Because Panic is in the blue. Bait is in the blue. Bait about to go down. Oh, and game over. Well done. Well played to Gun. All right, guys, we're getting ready for our third round to get underway. We're going back for another Miramar, so this is definitely going to be an interesting one, just based on how that previous Miramar map went. Man, Gun has been absolutely dominating these past two games.
Yeah, they certainly have. And, you know, like you said, it's been some pretty interesting things that we've seen so far coming out from the teams. And specifically, we were talking about, you know, it's like sort of hunting type teams and teams that really took the initiative in a situation where all the teams are trying to play passive and then back away from one another, you know, and just try and play as long as possible.
Yeah.
So I'm keen to see if Gun keep up the fragging, keep chasing the frags. You know, if you catch someone out, if you catch a player out, whatever, you just push until you get those hits in. You follow the hits up with downs. You follow the downs in with more frags, and you just chase the team until they can't stay in, and they all head back to the lobby once again. So I'm interested to see if we can see a little bit more of that, perhaps, especially now that we've seen quite a bit of, you know, the slow play, the long game sort of thing. So I'm interested to see a little bit of a spanner in the works. I'm interested to see Gun getting a couple more frags, and maybe some other teams will pick it up as well and start doing that as well.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for everything to get nicely sorted now so we can jump up into the match. But yeah, it'd be good to see if Gun is going to dominate this third round as well. You know, they've been pretty persistent in the previous two games, you know, turning up the heat, you know, causing a lot of pain for, you know, the opposing teams. So yeah, it'd be good to see whether or not they, you know, they can keep that up, you know, over into our third round, as well as even, you know, potentially making it up into the fourth round as well. You know, that'd be a really great thing to see, having them push all the way through, you know, having that consistent pain, as you can put it, you know, on the opposing teams, and of course dominating our Pro Series for today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they were able to keep it up in that sort of respect, then there's no doubt that they would finish towards the top of the scoreboard right at the end there. But that is, of course, yet to be seen as we jump in to the map here. We're going to be able to see that nice straight line going all the way there from the south all the way to the top as the teams jump out and take their places on the map.
Well, so it'll be interesting to see what we're going to have there with Raze and Vibrant, of course, you know, both teams touching down right there in Los Leones. So that's going to be an interesting one. We've got the players from Simba Ultimate joining us now for this round. So they're, of course, touching down right there with 4KT over in Picado. And then, of course, we've got a few more teams spreading out across the map. So just waiting to see where we're going to have, you know, our first bit of action take place. Will it be over in Los Leones? Will it be over in Picado? We don't know. We'll just wait and see what the players, what they present to us.
Yeah, we just have to wait and see. And obviously, we're going to see the teams. They're pretty spread out now, except for Raze and Vibrant, as you mentioned. They're quite close to one another at the bottom. But most of the teams otherwise pretty spread out. You are going to see that zone being put up there towards the southern portion of the map. That's going to make sure that teams like Dragons and MEA are going to have to move their way down south shortly. But of course, there's still plenty of time for just getting on the ground and getting that loot going. All the teams looking pretty comfortable and whatnot, except of course for Raze there. If they run into Vibrant, this could be an early battle potentially.
Yeah, no, definitely. And we, of course, just quickly jumping over here to Picado, where we've got Simba Ultimate and 4KT. So you can see the players there from Simba Ultimate holding up over in, you know, these apartment buildings. And then, of course, 4KT making their way all around. We got Storm over in the blue bottom. Thugger getting hit now. We got Helios not too far away from him. So he's got some backup there as well. And Pronto, of course, now trying to move up through the casino. They're trying to find an angle on the players. So hopefully he's successful in his attempt to find an angle, you know, trying to get those shots in. But I guess only time will tell.
Yeah, for sure. Right now we are just in that process. Of course, we know this map, it's a particularly large one. You know, there's plenty of space to move around in. So it's inevitable that we'll not really see too much going on immediately, although there are a couple of teams now that are a little bit closer to one another. You can see the teams unknown there. I think it is close to, I'm not sure what that team is there underneath them, but they are also fairly close to one another, and of course still Raze and Vibrant somewhat close to one another. So we could potentially see something happen there, but once again, like we said, you know, even though they look close on the map, there is still a pretty decent amount of space in between them.
Yeah, so 4KT and Simba Ultimate, the ones over here in Picado, you can see we've had a bit of an exchange between the two teams. You can see the shots going there from Storm, especially trying to get those hits across. Helios, of course, now joining up with Storm there for some backup. We've got Frog getting ready to push across the road now. So he's just moving up bit by bit. We got Pronto, of course, right there with him as well. So let's see, will we see this push from Frog all the way up over in towards Pronto? I think they might even be in the same building, if not very, very close together. Oh, there we go, got a few shots. So Pronto holding up over in the casino over here. We got a few shots. Oh, down goes Pronto. So they are definitely pushing in. 4KT, the remainder of 4KT rather, Thugger, Helios, and Storm. Now holding up on the southwestern side of Picado here. There we go, Frog getting that finish. Well done. So Pronto is has been sent back to the lobby. Off they go. 4KT now just trying to find a good position, a good strategy as to what they're going to use. Maybe we'll see them push up. Maybe we even might see the players there from Simba Ultimate move over in towards their direction.
Yeah, I guess we will certainly see moving forward.
So let's have a quick look at the map, just to see where we've got the remainder of our teams. So you got Raze still over in Los Leones, Vibrant of course moving up just towards the north there. Exist dropping in pretty much the same spot as they were in the previous round. We've got Gun over in Monte Nuevo, the Dark Dragons over in La Cabrera, MEA of course up at the Oasis there. We got the Outsiders in Water Treatment, Blink in Cruz del Val. We got the players from ISO up in Torre Ahumada. And of course, Ekasi over in Al Azhar. We got a few shots now going off right here. Frog and company now pushing in. So Helios now, he'll be the first line of defense against the team here from Simba Ultimate as they push in. Oh, gets a beautiful, well, pretty good defense there from Helios. Gets a quick hit in on Warlord. So Warlord is one of those players that you'd want to take down first. You know, because the remainder of the squad are also pretty strong, but I mean, Warlord has got a bit of a reputation that comes with him. But Noxy just trying to get in the door. Helios with pretty much almost no health left. Oh, this would be amazing to see if he pulls this one off. So Helios, I don't think he's got any. No, he's got bandages, but no other. Down he goes. Never mind. Down he goes. Well done.
Doesn't even matter how many bandages he has.
No, he's dead. He's dead.
Not going to heal himself out of the lobby.
Oh, well done. Oh, we got Vibrant and the players here from Undead, of course, about to go at it as well. Well, it looked like that, just judging on the map. It seemed like they were very, very close together. But once again, you know, I'm getting pranked by the map.
Yeah, it happens.
But they are definitely moving in. They are definitely closing the gap there. We got Nibble over in Impala still. Exist not moving too much. Temper now sitting comfortably over in San Martin. We got the Dragons on the move. The Outsiders also moving up. MEA on the move as well. We got the players from Blink also now about to head up in towards zone. ISO all the way up there in Torre Almada getting ready. You can see Cubic and L7 both now just popping up into the vehicles there. So let's jump back over here to Vibrant. We'll see the team there, of course, from Undead now moving up from the northeastern side. Slowly but surely closing in, closing the gap. Be interesting to see whether or not they're going to take the fight Berserk definitely moving up quite a bit there. So Vibrant definitely looking off in all directions, trying to figure out if there's anyone nearby. But as we can see, we've got the team there from Undead, of course, just over towards the north there. Slowly but surely closing the gap between the two teams here. Let's have a quick look at the map once again, just trying to see, do we have any teams pushing up aside from the two over here? So Outsiders now just coming into zone. Temper and the Dragons might be close together. We got ISO, of course, now huddling to get back into zone. MEA now caught in the red zone. So that's definitely going to be interesting one, seeing whether or not the red zone is going to do a bit of damage to them there. We got Exist now also getting ready to move. We got Warlord up on the drop. So I'm pretty sure Exist spotted the drop there. It looks like they're trying to give a quick gander off into that direction. You can see the drop, of course, just off in the distance there. Right, so
yeah, it's interesting.
Sorry.
Talking about the red zone there, just want to say it's always interesting to see what the red zone does, because sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. But if it hits, then very often times you can see a squad just take huge damage.
Mm. So you can see the players, of course, here now from the Undead still holding their position fairly close to Vibrant. I don't think either of the teams know that there's anyone nearby. Just judging on the movement and what they're doing. Yeah, I don't think that they know that there's anyone nearby. But you got Ekasi now moving up. They're closing in as well. Nibble on the move. Raze seems like they're just getting into some better positioning there. We've got ISO just making their way up in towards zone. The Outsiders also just in zone, up on all the way up in the north there. MEA, I think, might be the last team to come into zone. Yes. So be curious to see where these teams are going to move to, because we got the blue zone closing in slowly but surely. It'll be interesting to see where the zone is going to shift to and how it's going to push the players up against each other once again.
Yeah, that's always an interesting question, especially considering the last couple of zones that we've seen have been pretty interesting.
We might see some action between Blink here. Oh, I think we just had someone get knocked by the red zone. Alright, so Blink and ISO. Let's see, will they start battling it out? ISO, of course, just over towards the south-southwest here. It's almost like the Wild Wild West, but it's just all the way in the south here. MEA just about, well, no, they're also on the approach. Let's see, are they going to push up over to the team here from Blink? Will Blink take the shots? There we go. Blink opens fire. Quick scope, setting off a quick few shots right over towards the players there from MEA. Right, but it doesn't seem like we've got much happening there just yet. All the teams, of course, now rather rotating up in towards zone instead of staying behind and taking a fight, you know, with the potential threat of the blue zone closing up on them.
Yeah, teams have felt that one far enough. They know they need to be aware of that. We've seen plenty of people go down to it in the past, so nobody wants to get themselves caught out there in the blue zone. So at least they're rotating a little bit quicker and then just being mindful of that.
But we've got Ekasi and Nibble now very close together as well. Good. Oh, Nibble opening fire on Ekasi. There we go. Oscar getting hit that vehicle. Oh, off goes Oscar. Well done. Always good to see a vehicle explosion. I mean, it's like fireworks. you know, the PUBG version of fireworks. Well done to Nibble,
Yeah.
getting that first hit. I think that might have been one of our first players to get knocked out. Oh no, never mind. So we got 4KT, of course, I forgot about that. 4KT getting taken out a little while back. The first team to get sent back to the lobby. But it's
Yeah,
good seeing the
really-
action once again.
It's quite interesting to see, like you said, those car explosions, especially since as I remember, we got a nice big one in the previous round or so, where an entire team just got exploded inside of a car.
Well, speaking of which, Pyro just blew up another vehicle there. Gun getting those hits in on Vibrant. So you got Exist and Gun now, both teams closing up on Vibrant here. You can see Clutch just off in the distance here. Risk keeping a watchful eye, trying to find that angle on Vibrant. 6 and Boyka just up ahead of him. Ooh, there we go. Baker now also getting hit there by Deity. Vile goes down. Oh, I think we might have just, yes, MEA gets taken out. Well done. Vehicle explosion once again.
Yeah, there it is.
So 6, I think, yeah, so we got 6. Here's the last one left over here from Vibrant. But of course, we got Pounds also just off somewhere. Ooh, loads of Grens now trying to come up straight over towards 6. So Gun and Exist now about to go at each other as well. So Vibrant caught in the crossfire. So once again, there's not a lot of movement for them there. If they move too much to the one side, they're going to get hit. If they move too much to the other side, they're going to get hit. Let's jump over here quickly to ISO. ISO, of course, now right there on the players from Undead. Ooh, Nerf gets the hit in on Boyka. Down goes Boyka. Well done, well played. ISO sending a quick few grenades across over there to the players from Undead. So they're back up to a full squad once again. ISO and the Undead battling it out. And of course, Blink up on the hill right behind them. Oh, down goes Xenon. Well done to Deity. L7 now rotating up. Nano comes in with a hit on Chris. Oh, down goes L7, Cubic and Nano. Now the last two hopefuls left. Cubic quickly moving up. Is he going to try and get the res? No, he goes for the thirst on Deity. Oh, Panic now coming up from the side. Berserk now the last one left here for the players from Undead. So this is going to be an interesting one. Quite an interesting turn of events as well. You know, going from the players they're dominating all the way, that of course being the players from Undead, to going down to 2.
Yeah, and I think we just saw a player go down from fall damage there as well in the kill
Yes,
feed.
quick scope is just off in the distance. He fell off the hill. So all the teams, of course, now pushing up quite a bit. Now the aggressive play is starting to happen. You know, that hunter mentality we were talking about earlier. You know, ISO now enabling their hunt mode. So they are pushing up quite aggressively over towards the players here from the Undead.
Yeah, a little bit of fighting going on there as well. You can see Titan there, Chris in the fray.
Chris taking a bit of a beating there. Berserk getting a beautiful hit, but getting hit by the grenades. So Chris and Berserk both don't have a great health left, but we've got Blink also now trying to come in with a bit of a third party. Nano moving up, down they go. Well done, ISO gets the finish. Well done to Nano.
Yeah, that's ISO, but they've been doing a good bit of work here, just trying to put themselves in a really great spot there. In total, it looks like they have about 4 frags for themselves, and they're looking to keep going, it seems.
So quickly jumping over here to 6 from Vibrant, the Lone Ranger. Bounds also off somewhere. Ooh, Bounds is way at the back, all the way over to the west. He's still in between Exist and Gun here. Gun, of course, keeping a watchful eye on the zone as the players now start rotating up in towards zone. Temper just managing to slide into zone there. Exist also making their way. The Dragons now coming up as well. So it's interesting to see how everyone is now moving up. We're just waiting, of course, now for the Dragons, the players there from Simba Ultimate, as well as Pounds and Nukes to, you know, all come in towards zone. The Outsiders also, of course, on the eastern side of zone, slowly on the approach. But let's see. Hopefully they start pushing in. We've got Simba Ultimate now heading up straight towards Gun. So let's see, will Gun be able to fend them off as they move in? Nerf now being the first line of defense here. Simba Ultimate opening fire. Sending those shots over towards Nerf. There we go. And the exchange has started. Slim coming in for a bit of backup on Nerf here. Froggy taking a bit of hits. Oh, down goes Noxy. Blink and ISO also going at it in the kill feed now. Oh, I'm curious to see this rotation from Risk. He's coming up, is going up all the way around, flanking up right on the players there. We got Frog getting that quick res in on Noxy. Oh, down goes Frog. Noxy managing to get a bit of health going there. Poppy. Oh, Noxy now the last survivor. Oh, down goes Noxy. Well done to Gun. They're at it once again.
Yeah, they're not slowing down here. And like we said, if they keep this up, they're going to be performing pretty well in the overall standings.
So Pounds now just joining back up with 6. So 6 not alone anymore. He's got some backup now. But of course, they might even decide to move up towards Gun. So it's definitely going to be an interesting one, trying to see where they're going to go. Ooh, ISO now battling it out with the players there from Blink. Blink getting hit once again. Titan getting a hit in on ISO. And then, of course, ISO now getting a hit in on Titan. So nice fair exchange there. You know, knock for knock. Hit for hit. So we've got 11 teams left. All the teams aside from Vibrant in zone. Vibrant, of course, now just trying to come up into zone. And they're closing in, well, maybe. Yes, they are closing in on Exist. Exist opening fire on them. We got Pound taking a bit of a hit there. So it'll be interesting to see what the approach are going to take here. They're going up. 2 players going up against a full squad. Full health. Yeah. And Exist is definitely moving up towards them. Loads of grenades now coming out. Vibrant deciding, nah, I think it might be better if we move along. Try and get up into some safety. And at least they've got some buildings just up ahead of them. So they do have some hard cover to hide behind. You know, instead of trying to stay out in the open and take the fight.
Yeah, it's always a waste of a usage of quite a bit of utility if you have to sit in the open and take fights. So it's always nice to have a little bit of cover.
But I mean, Exist seem to be pretty persistent in finding these players. You know, they're like, we've spotted you, we are going to find you. They've acquired a special set of skills. You know, like...
They will find you.
Yes, like Liam Neeson says. In Taken.
They will find you and they will send you back to lobby.
Yes. We got a bit of some TR now opening fire. Putting a quick few shots over towards Vibrant there. Pounds just managing to get in behind some hard cover there. Almost right on cue. Going to try and jump over here to Nibble. We've got in pretty much, well, over in the church. And of course got the players there from Raze. Slowly but surely closing in on them. We've got the Dark Dragons as well. No, the Drogon Dragons, but let's just stick with the Dragons. That's the easier option. Oh, Blink and Ekasi going at it. Ekasi now, of course, also just trying to find some good positioning there. Sully getting knocked out in the process. We got Grim and Reverb. The last 2 hopefuls. So Blink pushing up quite aggressively now. They've now got their hunt mode engaged. Oh, Superior getting quite a bit of damage there. He nearly got knocked out. So I'm not sure if Ekasi blew up a vehicle or what it was that happened there. But man, he did take quite a bit of damage. He was nearly knocked out. It's interesting to see. We got Raze and Nibble pushing on each other. We got Ekasi and Blink. Those are just 4 of the 11 teams. We got Vibrant, of course, just over towards the southwest there. Got a few hits now flying across. Raze opening fire on Nibble. And of course, we've got ISO also now coming in. Temper just off in the distance here as well. Tapping a few shots over towards ISO. Or pot shots, as you would call them. So nice exchange here between Temper and ISO. You can see L7 getting hit. Taking quite a bit of damage there as well. Kesh now slowly but surely trying to creep up. So the Dragons are pretty well positioned. Straight in center zone. You got Gun, of course, just over towards their west rather. They're just having a look at the zone. It is absolutely insane. The outside is now tapping off a few hits over towards the team there from the Exiles. Not Exiles, Exist. Probably helps if I read the names properly, right? Yeah, getting knocked out. Oh, Raze opening fire on Nibble now. Shots coming in. Sidon getting hit. Ekasi trying to go up with a bit of a wide flank there. Going up to right on the edge of the blue zone. Wow, this is going to be an interesting one. So many teams so close to each other. And of course coming into Los Leones. So there is Umtal, Umtal hiding space. So some urban battles we're going to have take place here. We got the outsiders now moving in there from the western side. Trying to make their way in as well. Quite a few teams, of course, as you can see on the outside of zone here. Blink and ISO now pushing up. Oh, Gun getting a quick few hits on the outside as Nibble getting hit by Raze. Yo, so many players right here. I don't even want to count them. Down goes Nukes, ISO turning up the heat there. Quick thirst as well. So Vibrant pushing up straight towards Raze. Nibble now just trying to tend to their wounded without exposing themselves. We've got Ekasi, of course, just over towards the south there. Temper getting a quick few hits in on ISO. Ekasi getting claimed by the blue zone. So that's not looking too great for them there. Got Blink creeping up on ISO here. Exist now rotating up. Sully getting claimed. Grim managing to come up in towards zone at least. So he is in the safe. But the remainder of his squad, of course, getting taken down. Oh, blue zone now pushing these players, trying to force them up. Loads of shots now flying up there from the players from Blink. We got Quickscope pushing up right here to ISO. Titan getting a quick few hits in as well. Let's see, Quickscope just comfortably sitting in zone. L7 are coming up from behind. Down goes Quickscope. Superior managing to make his way up into one of the buildings. Temper tapping off shots. Outside is putting some hits into Exist. Oh, Vibrant and Raze going at it. Raze and Nibble also still battling it out. Sticky still alive. Just holding on for dear life. This kill feed is absolutely littered with the knocks and deaths. Well done there to the outsiders getting that finish on the Exist. But I mean, this zone is pretty insane. As you can see how many of these players we have all on the eastern side of the map. It's going to be a pretty tough rotation.
Yeah, it's going to force some pretty spicy things to go down in the next couple of seconds for sure, or the next couple of minutes at least.
I mean, we've got about 5 seconds left until this blue zone moves, and from what I can see, we've got about 7 teams not in zone, and they're all gonna have to move up. So Vibrant now getting caught in the zone, Nibble getting caught in the blue zone, Raze about to get caught in the zone, ISO about to get caught in zone, Temper about to get caught in zone.
They're gonna have to test their sprint skills real quick.
Down goes Grim, Raze pushing up, taking him down. Wow, this blue zone is absolutely relentless, doing an insane amount of damage to all the players. Down goes Flacco, vehicle getting blown up. Wow, the outsiders pushing up, of course, here as well. Raze now trying to get those last few shots in. Down they go. Gun, of course, still alive. The outsiders down to Rasta. So we've gone down to 4. We went from about 10 teams down to just 4. Wow.
Yeah.
Just the kill feed even on the side there. ISO, of course, now being pinned up on the cliff. Gun putting up several hits. The Dragons pushing up on Rasta. Oh, up comes Dan. And down goes Rasta. Well done, well played. 3 teams remaining. Gun on the move. ISO now opening fire. Down goes Cubic. Pyro with some pretty good cover fire there. So two of the gun players now just pushing up in towards zone. Then we got the Dragons in zone as well. ISO still, well, safe up on the hill in a sense, up on that cliff face. I wouldn't say safe exactly, but I mean they've got you know, they've got some of the terrain counting in their favor. ISO, there we go. L7 getting quick hit in on Risk. Dragons now opening fire on ISO. Oh, Cubic and Xenon are now the last 2 hopefuls left. It's the Gun and the Dragons going at it as well. Blue zone closing in once again. Oh, Pyro getting taken. Slim now trying to move up. Let's see. There we go. Quick thirst from Cubic. Well done. So Xenon and Cubic are now pretty much trapped up on the cliff here. Well, they've only got one way down, and that is, of course, straight up in towards the Dragons. Kesh getting hit there by Cubic. So they're really using their position in their favor. And I mean, the zone shifting up not too far away from them as well. So Gun, the Dragons, and ISO are with 3 remaining teams. 9 players remaining. ISO back to 2 players. Oh, down goes Slim. Dan getting a beautiful hit in on him. Well done. So Gun down to 2. Let's see. Will they be able to hold on to this top position? Will they get the chicken once again? Or will they get dethroned right here in the final zone? Oh, ISO now tapping off a quick few hits over in towards Nero. You got Dan, Kesh, and Shake now left. Gun comfortably in the compound there. Oh, just picking off the Dragons. Kesh getting a quick hit in on Cubic. So we got Xenon left for Cubic up on the hill. Or ISO rather. Wow, that suppressor shot is so quiet I can't even hear it. Shake now moving up. Oh, Kesh moving in. Down goes ISO. Shake now the last hope for left here. Will he make it against Gun? Oh, and they finish him off. Well done, well played. There we go. Gun getting it once again. 3rd round as well. Well done, well played. So Gun coming in there with 13 kills. Well done. We've got the Dragons, of course, in 2nd place. We've got ISO taking 3rd place. Then, of course, we got the players here from the Outsiders in 4th place. Raze finishing off in 5th. Nibble coming in 6th place. We got Temper in 7th. Vibrant in 8th. We've got Blink taking 9th place, Ekasi in 10th place, sorry. Exist in 11th place. We got the players from Simba Ultimate in 12th place. Then, of course, the Undead finishing off in 13th place. MEA in 14th, and 4KT getting sent back to the lobby first. So what an interesting play once again. Insane round. I mean, that blue zone at the end, they're just taking those teams down one by one, thinning the herd like it is like it's nothing, you know. Oh man, absolutely insane.
Yeah, you always have to be aware of that blue zone. It's a constant threat, it's a constant pressure, and you always have to keep it in the back of your mind. And if you let it slip for just a second, you know, if you get too preoccupied with all the other things that are going around, then we get what's going on right in this previous round here. You know, you saw like tons of teams just sitting there in the blue zone, encroaching. Slowly, it's slowly taking everyone out, taking and claiming its victims, getting its kills there. And yeah, you see a bit of that chaos, but once again, Gun coming there out on top, getting the frags in, getting their placements in. It looks like they're hitting this one hard. They're not looking to go back empty-handed, and it looks like they're going to be, you know, spending their time in the top of this lobby so far. Yeah,
but well done to them, you know, especially with this final play. You know, I was a bit I wouldn't say suspicious or whatever the case, but it looked like they might have been taken out before they could get the chicken, you know. Things weren't really counting in their favor. They were not looking too great health wise and stuff, and then of course right at the end, you know, manages to get that final clutch, and you know, get the chicken dinner once again. So yeah, well done to Gun, well done, well played. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get into our replays there while we wait for our fourth and final round to get underway. Trying to get in the door, Helios with pretty much almost no health left. Oh, this would be amazing to see if he pulls this one off. So Helios, I don't think he's got any. No, he's got bandages, but no other. Down he goes. Never mind. Down he goes. Well done.
Doesn't even far enough. They know they need to be aware of that. We've seen plenty of people go down to it in the past, so nobody wants to get themselves caught out there in the blue zone. So at least they're rotating a little bit quicker and just being mindful of that.
But we've got Ekasi and Nibble now very close together as well. Good. Nibble opening fire on Ekasi. There we go. Oscar getting hit that vehicle. Oh, off goes Oscar. Well done. So you got Exist and Gun now, both teams closing up on Vibrant here. You can see Clutch just off in distance here. Risk keeping a watchful eye, trying to find that angle on Vibrant. 6 and Boyka just up ahead of him. Ooh, there we go. Baker now also getting hit there by Deity. Vile goes down. Oh, I think we might have just, yes, MEA gets taken out. Well done. Vehicle explosion once again.
You can see Titan there. Chris in the fray.
Chris taking a bit of a beating there. Berserk getting a beautiful hit, but getting hit by the grenade. So Chris and Berserk both don't have a great health left, but we've got Blink also now trying to come in with a bit of a third party. Nano moving up, down they go. Well done. ISO gets the finish. Well done to Nano. Oh, I'm curious to see this rotation from Risk. He's coming up, is going up all the way around, flanking up right on the players there. We got Frog getting that quick res in on Noxy. Oh, down goes Frog. Noxy managing to get a bit of health going there. Poppy. Oh, Noxy now the last survivor. Oh, down goes Noxy. Well done to Gun. They're at it once again. Seconds left until this blue zone moves, and from what I can see, we've got about 7 teams not in zone, and they're all gonna have to move up. So Vibrant now getting caught in the zone, Nibble getting caught in the blue zone, Raze about to get caught in the zone, ISO about to get caught in zone, Temper about to get caught in zone.
They're gonna have to test their sprint skills real quick.
Down goes Grim, Raze pushing up, taking him down.
They're gonna have to test their sprint skills real quick.
Down goes Grim, Raze pushing up, taking him down. Wow, this blue zone is absolutely relentless, doing an insane amount of damage to all the players. Down goes Flacco, vehicle getting blown up. Wow, the outsiders pushing up, of course, here as well. Raze now trying to get those last few shots in. Down they go. So we've gone down to 4. We went from about 10 teams down to just 4. Wow.
Yeah.
Just the kill feed even on the side there. ISO, of course, now being pinned up on the cliff. Gun putting up several hits. The Dragons pushing up on Rasta. Oh, up comes Dan. And down goes Rasta. Well done, well played. Picking off the Dragons. Kesh getting a quick hit in on Cubic. So we got Xenon left for Cubic up on the hill. Or ISO rather. Wow, that suppressor shot is so quiet I can't even hear it. Shake now moving up. Oh, Kesh moving in. Down goes ISO. Shake now the last hope for left here. Will he make it against Gun? Oh, and they finish him off. Well done, well played. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Right, we are about to get into our final match. That, of course, being the Erangel one. Right, so we had Erangel, Miramar, Erangel. Gun has been able to dominate all 3 games. Absolutely insane play there by Gun.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've over the course of just, you know, me and you watching all these games and casting all these games, we've seen a lot of you know, talk of inconsistency, right? You know, the cool thing about the game, I suppose, in some sense, is that, you know, anything can happen. A lot of things get tossed up in the air, and people who perform, you know, top of the class in the first round don't necessarily mean that they're going to perform top of the class in the next one. So it is definitely a very interesting and you know, something that you need to give props to is the performance from Gun here. They've been able to perform very consistently in that they have been, you know, towards that top half of the log every single time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have to give credit where it's due and just, you know, give props to Gun for being able to do what they've been able to do so far.
No, definitely, it's been an amazing one, you know, and you know, hopefully they'll be able to pull it off again in this 4th round, you know, going 4 for 4. That would be an amazing play from their side, you know, seeing that the consistency from them, you know, being able to pull that up. I mean, just having a quick look at the teams here once again, we've got 14 teams in the lobby, 55 players, and it's not like it's an easy lobby for them to go up against. You know,
Yeah,
they've got
this is
MEA,
challenge.
there's Exist, we've got Vibrant, you know, we've got the Dragons, we've got Tempo, we've got 4KT, the Outsiders, Ekasi, Blink, Nibble, Raze, the players from Undead, and of course ISO. I mean, that is definitely a fairly tough lobby to go up against. And I mean, all these teams have, you know, they've earned their spot to be in the Pro Series. You know, it's not like it was just a clear, you know, easy decision going, oh, like, cool, okay, yeah, you must come play. You know, like, these players have really worked hard to get here. And, you know, yeah, kudos to Gun for, you know, being able to dominate, you know, 3 lobbies in a row. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very strong showing from them. So I'm definitely sure, obviously, they're going to be ending up in the top half of the scoreboard. No matter what happens here in this last map, we are going to be seeing that flight path going from quarry to mile to power. So yeah, it's going to be that sort of west to east vibe going here. All the teams going to be dropping here. Interesting to see that there's a definite divide between the spacing of the teams here. A lot of teams over towards the east, and then of course some teams located here towards the west, but there's a big line down the middle there with TMP right in the middle there, and of course we see at least one team dropping there towards the military base.
Yeah, we already got the players here from Raze opening fire on Blink. So Blink getting hit quite badly. Well, no, that was, yeah, Silent got knocked. Blink, they're currently sitting on, yeah, they did. Quickscope is down and out. Back to the lobby he goes.
Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah, so we got Blink, of course, now also returning the favor a little bit. They're getting the knock in on Sidon, but Sidon, of course, getting raised up. And it's interesting positioning they've got here. We've got Titan and Mercury together on, you know, the northwestern side. And then, of course, we've got Superior all the way over in the southeast. You know, so maybe he might even be able to pull off a bit of a, you know, a move there and come up from behind, you know, get the clutch play, take down the Raze team.
Yeah, I mean, right now the players are sort of stacked on top of one another, but like you said, they have that player all the way towards the back there, which could potentially come in for a flank onto Raze. We'll see what's going on here. Raze, they're looking for Blink. They're trying to find them out, trying to sniff them out here, pushing forward, and of course Superior, who is that player from Blink on the flank there, is quite far behind. So if they do want to pull off that flanking maneuver, they're going to have to do it now. Otherwise, Blink, they might just want to pull out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're going to have to make the decision, you know, do they want to stay and fight? Do they want to try and get those frags, or are they going to rather try and move up, you know, get up in towards a safer position, you know, and, you know, take on fights a little bit later on in the game?
Yeah, it is all on to what happens now, because we can see Raze pushing in here towards Blink here, taking the fight. They are challenging up, not willing to back down against this one, so it is going to be tight and taking quite a bit of damage there.
Yeah, so we'll just have to see what happens. There we go. Oh, Mercury getting a nice hit, jumping over here to Titan. Oh, down goes Titan. So Mercury managing to get that hit in on Supreme there. Well done.
Titan gonna get taken down in return. Supreme still knocked. So it is gonna be Beast Optic and Sidon here to try and res Supreme while he backs away from Blink. Using that smoke as a bit of a cover there to get in towards Sidon. The res is coming through.
We also see Superior now joining up from the side there. So Titan, of course, getting taken down. We've got Mercury and Superior, the two players left here for Blink, going up against a full squad of Raze. Oh, some high stakes.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot to be in for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Superior now just trying to get those shots in. S12K at the ready. We got Raze trying to move up. Optic comes up. Oh, gets a bit of a a bit of a knock there, but doing quite a bit of damage to Superior. Superior now quickly trying to heal up. Mercury seems fine with health. Oh, Superior going absolutely ham there, taking a beautiful knock and thirst. And will it be 3 for 3? 2 for 2.
Superior doing so much work, managing to stay alive for a long time, but finally Sidon is about to take him down. Mercury going to take down Supreme. Sidon takes down Superior finally.
Man.
Sure.
S12K really being the weapon of choice at this point in the game.
Yeah, I mean that was quite the predicament there. I mean, Raze almost found themselves on the back foot of that one just because of one single player staying alive for so long.
And Mercury now trying to move up, trying to get into good position where we can at least try and find some safety. You know, even if that means, you know, getting a vehicle, getting in a boat and trying to rotate up further in towards zone. Because I mean, if he stays around, you know, for long without healing up, it's not looking good for him, you know.
Yeah.
Because Raze will not back down. They will keep pushing. And Mercury, as we can see here, he's got no meds whatsoever. He's got a severely damaged helmet. His vest is about halfway done. So, yeah, the odds are... Oh, and he runs into 2 first aid kits. What a saving grace that is. So you got 4KT over at the containers there, the Nova crates. So they're busy moving around. We've got the players there from Undead, of course, over in the Sosnovka military base. MEA just on the opposite side there of... on the main island, holding up at farm just on the edge of zone. We've got Nibble split up a bit. We've got Exist holding up over in prisons. You can see there the outsiders over in Yasnaya. Ekasi in their usual spot being Saverni. We've got Vibrant moving up now over in towards Pachinki potentially. We can see 6 on the move there. Alright, no, he's decided not to go there. I think he kind of knows that that's Temper spot and that's where they drop. And if you're going to push in, you know, you're going to have to face the full fury of Tempo just lying in wait. Gun, of course, over in Quarry. We've got ISO split up across the map there over towards the west and in Gatka. Then, of course, we've got the Dragons holding up in the George crates. So it's going to be an interesting one seeing, you know, if Mercury will decide to rotate up in towards zone or if he's going to stay and, you know, try and fight it out with the players here from Raze. But Optic and them, of course, now... moving up, they are now hunting for him.
Yeah, they want to get that knock, that wipe. You know, every frag counts when you're trying to get to the top. So, of course, they're going to go looking for this one. They know he's got to be low, even though he did manage to find those 2 medkits. They've spotted him out. There it is. It's going to be the whole Raze squadron spotting him out and taking that fire over towards him. They are aware of his position. Optic going to get knocked over. Mercury doing a lot of damage. They're not able to take him out in return, trying to find him in their sights. Finally, that's going to be Sidon finally getting him in that scope and taking him down.
Well done to Raze though. Eventually managing to find the last surviving player there from Blink, taking him down. That of course being our first squad wipe for this round.
Yeah, there it is. It does look to me like there's a lot of space between a lot of the teams right now. No one's really in direct contact right now. So we're not going to be seeing any of that anytime soon. But of course, as that blue zone comes in, teams are going to be moving towards the center. That zone is focused towards the west side of the map. So some of those teams on the east are going to start moving in.
Yeah, so now comes the big wait, just waiting for these teams to move in. But speaking of which, we've got Exist now on the approach. They're moving up, and we've got the players there from MEA not too far away. Ooh, Reverb getting knocked out, jumping out of his vehicle a bit prematurely there. We also got 4KT now moving up. They're heading up in towards zone. So just waiting to see now, will Nibble push up over on Exist? Because you got Exist just up in this compound. Nibble just flying right past them. Oh, clutch. There we go. Shots going straight over towards J-Roller now. Exist really trying to get those shots in on Nibble. But of course now we've got 4KT coming in from the southeast there. So let's see, will we see 4KT push up onto Exist? Or will Exist try and rotate up over on towards Nibble?
Yeah, it does look like we have Exist and 4KT pretty close to where Nibble is, so there could be a clash if something, you know, gets going here, but it does look like Nibble are going to be trying to just evac from that situation essentially as quickly as they can, which is, I think, a good decision. Going to get themselves away from any other potential fights that could happen if they run straight into Exist or 4KT.
Because that would definitely change things up a bit, you know. All these teams are trying to get, into those final few circles, final few zones to get those placement points. And, taking a fight when you're not in a position of power at this time of the game, will put you at quite a disadvantage because you'll get sent back to the lobby, knowing that these teams you're going up against will not hesitate, Yeah. They will just keep on pushing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last match. Everyone wants what they can get. So if they get any sort of advantage, they're going to just push that all the way to the end and spare no quarter. So there's a really great nade going down onto ISO there.
No, he blew himself up.
Team over.
L7 was trying to send that one
Just
over here
big
to
brain.
Temper, and then of course got himself knocked out. Ooh, a third party now coming in from Ekasi. What a play. So ISO and Temper battling it out, and then of course Ekasi sneaks up with a beautiful third party from behind. We can definitely see something went down over here in Gatka. We've got some overturned vehicles. Something definitely happened. I don't know if they were trying to do a jump or something. And Ekasi being relentless once again, putting those shots across. Nukes getting a beautiful grenade over to Cubic here, giving Con the opportunity to push up now. Nano, of course, keeping a watchful eye up on the roof. More grenades flying across. Ekasi also being relentless non-stop. Oh, there we go. Down goes Flacco. Down goes Con. Nukes taking a bit of damage. Down he goes. Now it is all up to Shady. And Ekasi also coming in with their third party. Vibrant, as you can see, also just over towards the east. So they're just in render. Oh, there we go. So Nano getting a nice thirst there on Con. Will Shady be able to clutch this? He did send a nice grenade across. Ooh, will this one be the one? Let's watch the kill feed. Oh, almost gets that hit on Nano.
Yeah, and you can see Ekasi just waiting at the top of the hill for some sort of easy pickings coming from the fight between ISO and TMP right here.
So Temper's time might be numbered We'll find out. But ISO, as you can see, they're also now just quickly tending to the wounded while they have the chance. And Ekasi might even get this hit on Shady, because Shady is now, as you can see, out in the open, busy moving up. Ekasi, it seems like he managed to escape the watchful eye. Ekasi is still trying to get that third party in there on ISO. Here we go, down goes Flacco, so Shady is now definitely the last one left for Temper. 13 teams, 46 players.
Interesting to note here that the outsiders are in fact all the way outside of towards the edge of the blue zone there, and they're pretty much the only teams doing that. Everyone else is more or less inside the zone.
Yeah, that's why they're the outsiders.
Yep, aptly named.
Yes. So Ekasi is still sending quite a few shots over here to ISO. We've got Bait, of course, now trying to move up. Be interesting to see if Shady's going to pull a bit of a clutch there, you know, because I think ISO assumes that he might have, you know, moved out of the area. And Ekasi is pretty focused on the team there from ISO, so it puts Shady in a potential power position, if I could, you know, be so bold to say so. You know, because no one really knows where he is or where he went. He's holding up behind the rock here, and I think this will pretty much come down on, you know, whether he chooses to take the fight, and if a fight is presented to him, you know, the opportunity for him to get those hits in.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to timing, really. If Ekasi starts taking the fight with ISO, it could potentially turn into a place where Shady could just catch them unawares and take them out and actually do a lot of damage. Like you said, he has the potential to do quite a bit of damage. So if he just plays his cards right, plays slow and doesn't give himself away, he could potentially do some damage here, depending on if Ekasi and ISO do actually fight or just retreat.
Yeah, and it's going to come down to those calculated decisions, you know. So I think it's going to be an interesting one, trying to see, you know, to see what play he's going to play here. I mean, we've got several teams, of course, now pushing up elsewhere as well. We've got Nibble and Exist also getting very, very close together there. Gun still holding up Inquiry. We've got the team, of course, now from the Undead moving up into a similar kind of spot there. You know, coming up there from the southeastern side. We've got the Outsiders, no longer the Outsiders, or no longer outside of zone. They're, of course, now, you know, heading up in towards the zone there. The Dragons, of course, also now moving up towards the hill. So they're on top of the mountain. We were on the side of the mountain, rather. But these teams, you can definitely see, you know, they don't want to make a move that might cost them the match. You know, they're quite hesitant with moving, you know, jumping over here to the outside. As you can see them, of course, now trying to push up on the team here from MEA. We got Dammy getting knocked. Jesse getting knocked. Dammy up in the vehicle, trying to flank it up. We got Rasta, Jesse, and Kaizan, of course, holding up in that little shack. Nibble coming in from behind, putting up a few hits as well.
Yeah, a lot of players out here towards the southeastern sort of corner there. You have MEA, you have Outsiders, you have Nibble, and you have Exist, all there down along the bottom, and they're about to get just pounced upon by a lot of players coming in there from the west who still need to get in towards that zone. So they need to potentially go a little bit more east, otherwise it's going to get really cluttered very quickly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, jumping over here to Nibble, you can see, well, in fact, most of the teams, you know, mobilizing themselves, you know, moving up into a better position. You can see Exist going for the higher ground here. Nibble smoking it out, also trying to find a good position there. So it's interesting to see, you know, how these players go at it. Ooh, Ekasi and the Dragons up in the north there. Let's quickly have a look at the fight. There we go. So the Undead also pushing up on Vibrant. I think we might have Nero and Shek. Yeah, both of them are now the last ones left here. Shek, of course, pushing up for the res there. Dan getting taken down. Oh, nice hit by Nero, but gets taken out by Bait. Quick finish there as well. So Shek and Kesh now, of course, the last two hopefuls left for the Dragons. So beautiful exchange that we had there between those teams. But look at the zone. MEA just right there, all over. Shots.
Vibrant doing a lot of damage there.
Shots and some more shots.
Yeah, that's MEA going all the way down. Vibrant just doing the dirty work.
And taking them out as well. Well done. So Ekasi getting yet a few more hits again on Kesh. Kesh getting knocked out, of course, just getting raised up there by Shek. And down Kesh goes once again. So Vibrant, pretty comfortable in their position there. They've been there for quite a big majority of the round. You know, they moved up, rotated up into the position. They've kind of settled, and now they just defend the spot, making sure that none of the other teams that even dare pass them, you know, will get any further than that.
Yeah, right now we can see a bit of a switch up. Ekasi doing some damage there as I speak, doing, you know, putting in those shots there. But just as I was about to say, looks like all the teams are within the zone long before the time, and I think that's due to the little bit of a hiding they got in the previous match there, when all of them got pounced upon by that blue zone there. So they're all inside the zone now. Don't have to worry about that blue zone just yet.
But also the Miramar map is quite a relentless map, in the sense of, like, if you are in the wrong spot, even just for the slightest moment, you know, that could kind of turn against you. And if that blue zone swoops in, you know, there's almost no recovery from that. So we saw that with the teams, of course, you know, all getting trapped up on the, you know, up on the cliff over in Los Leones, and not being able to really get out of that spot. The only team that managed to kind of get out of there was the players, of course, from ISO. But it came at a cost.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how many of the teams we've got on, you know, the southern side of zone. Ekasi being the only one up in the north. You know, all the other teams, you know, staying there in the southern side, and then the zone goes and shifts up over in towards the northeast.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting now, because every single one of these teams is outside of the zone, and they have to run all the way to the top side of the map, and that is exactly like we were talking about. Like you said, they're all down here towards the south, and since they're all down here towards the south west in particular, they're going to be sort of bottlenecking up there towards the top. They're definitely going to be running into each other, and we're going to see some shots fired.
I mean, so Suli already moving up, and he's doing exactly that, getting himself a pretty good spot there in zone, opening fire over there towards the players there from, of course, the Undead now rotating in. Nibble also now on the approach, up they come. Vibrant heading in, all the teams now. Let's see, will Ekasi be able to start picking off players? Down goes Roller. Nomad going like, maybe not yet. He kind of pulled up the handbrake right there. So you got Vindog and Sticky over here, of course, now returning the favor to Ekasi. So they've now got the higher ground, but Vibrant now pushing up on them. This is definitely going to be an interesting one. We got a few teams now on the move. The Outsiders and 4KT also fairly close together, of course, on the side of the map here. So 4KT taking a quick few shots. Outsiders managing to move up in towards zone. Let's jump back over here to Nibble. Vibrant and now pushing in. Sticky quickly tending to Vindog. But of course the whole squad now moving in. Oh, what a grin! Beautiful play there by Vibrant. Ekasi also now getting pushed. ISO moving up very aggressively towards them. We've got Oscar and Reverb now, the last two hopefuls left here.
Yeah, and interestingly notice that Gun has rotated all the way on the outer rim of the map, which has actually allowed them to stay away and out of the fight so far. They have jumped out now and they're going to go towards Vibrant. Meanwhile, ISO going to be taking a lot of shots, and Ekasi also putting in the damage there. They're going to be fighting it out, duking it out as Gun comes upon Vibrant there.
Oh, Vibrant doing quite a bit of damage there. Well done. So Gun now down to 2. Oscar getting hit.
That's definitely a bit of a spanner in the works for them, especially considering they haven't gotten a single frag in yet.
Well, no pressure, no pressure. Let's see if they can hold on all the way to the final circle. We've got bait, of course, here from Ekasi now, the last hope for left. ISO pushing up on him. Up comes L7. Oh, gets the hit. Well done. Well played to ISO. We got Exist, of course, also not pushing over towards the players there from 4KT. We've got so many players now still on the approach. 4KT pushing up right up in front of Exist here. But Exist being a bit selective with their fighting, not opening immediately. The outside is getting that hit in on Raze as well. Down goes Pronto. Well done to Tia. So this is a very interesting zone. I mean, we've got Shady, the last one there from Temper. We got Sidon, the last one from Raze. We got Nomad, the last one from Nibble. Down goes Sidon. The Outsiders gets the hit on him. Well done. So man, this is going to be a tough zone. Storm and Helios now moving up. Vibrant putting those shots in towards Shady. Down he goes. Let's see what Nomad's getting up to. He's just on the edge of zone here. Vibrant, they're already sitting on 10 kills.
Yeah. Definitely trying to put themselves on the board there. Gun, I think if they wanna just play this one slow, I think they can, since they've gotten so many points in the previous rounds. But of course, you know, you always want to get in as many points as you can, so they'll be looking to capitalize on some kind of fight going forward. And that's what we might just be getting as the Outsiders move in, and the rest of the teams begin to join them in that zone there.
Yeah, well, we've got a bit of a fight now between 4KT and Exist on the one side. And then, of course, we've got the players here from the Undead and the Outsiders battling it out. Ooh, Storm getting a beautiful knock and finish there. But Zodiac knocked as well. Thrax and Tia now the last two hopefuls left. Helios and Storm, again, also not backing off just yet. They keep on pushing, keep on trying to get those hits in. Because you never know, you might just, get taken out by Tia. Well done. Well done. Beautiful grenade. What a play. That was a beautiful one. I mean, I wanted to say that you might maybe just survive and get a few, you know, beautiful hits in, and then Tia comes and drops that amazing grenade right on top of them there. Ooh, Cubic also getting a good knock there. Well done, Boyka getting knocked. The Outsiders slowly but surely trying to creep up over towards the players here from the Undead slash Gun. Gun opening fire, putting their hits across. Vibrant now tending to their wounded. Let's jump over here to Gun and see what they got cooking for us. Oh, laser action.
Yeah, that's Gun at least getting themselves a bit of damage in.
Vibrant really turning up the pain here. Oh, Pyro getting a beautiful knock there on Jess with a grenade. Exist getting, oh man, a lot of pain on their side. You see Thrax getting thirsted. Zodiac getting taken down as well. So TR now the last hope for left here, and there are teams all over just picking off hits. Shot after shot after shot after shot. 7 teams remaining. You could exist. Nomad caught up right on the edge of the zone here. Just trying to make it in. Oh, ISO getting a hit in on Gun. Gun not looking too great now. Pyro the last hope for left. ISO moving in. Gets a beautiful hit there on L7. Up comes Cubic. Oh, and he gets it. What a clutch.
Oh, Gun is doing so much work here, and I mean, think about it. There are only 2 players left, and if only 2 players can do all this damage, that's really something to be said about it. Vibrant also going to be doing some work there as they exchange fire with teams across the map. It's still Gun though. They still left in this one. Pyro is chilling there.
What a shot there by Vibrant, getting that hit in on the players, of course, now from the Undead. So Pyro just holding on for the team. We got the Undead getting quite a bit of damage coming in, and down they go. Well done, well played. So Vibrant finishing them off. Now it is our 2 remaining players from Exist. So it's TR and Thrax, the full squad from Vibrant, and Pyro. So Gun managing to make it all the way up into the final 3.
Yeah, and Pyro managing to net himself 4 kills there as well. So they're not going down with at least with 0 or anything. So they're going to go with some points at least.
We got the TR now opening fire over towards the Vibrant side, putting those shots across. You can just see Pounds and Boyka getting hit. A lot of smokes now coming out. Pyro fairly comfortable on the top side of the zone there. You know, he's got an upper ground advantage. Let's see, will he use it? And, you know, he's got 6 potential kills that he can make. Ooh.
Yeah, it would certainly be interesting there. There's Vibrant taking a lot of damage there and giving out some of their own. And Gun, Pyro is just putting in the work there. He's really making it work. And there goes the match itself. Vibrant. Maybe your chicken dinner winners.
Well done, well played though. I mean, Vibrant, amazing play right there. Coming in with 17 kills. Wow. And Gun managing to get top 2. Pyro getting those 5 kills in. Well done, well played.
Yeah.
Exist coming in 3rd place. We've got the players, of course, from Undead in 4th. We've got the Outsiders taking 5th place. ISO in 6th place. Nibble in 7th. We got 4KT in 8th place. We got the players there from Temper coming in 9th place. Raze in 10th place. Ekasi in 11th. The Dragons finishing off in 12th place. MEA finishing off in 13th. And then, of course, Blink, the first team back in the lobby. So what a play, man. That was... Wow. That was a pretty good play. I mean, Gun managing to make it all the way up right there to the end. You know, it was a bit of a tough one for Pyro going up against all those players, you know, being solo. You know, it's not impossible to get a clutch against that amount of, you know, because it was him against 3 or, you know, 1v3 or 1v4. It's not an impossible thing to you know, to pull off, but I mean, it is a fairly difficult thing to pull off.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly is, but I mean, really big props to Pyro for being able to take Gun from wherever they were going to end up to from 0 kills as well, all the way to ending up in 2nd place and with 5 kills, you know. So they got themselves up there, and they've managed to maintain a pretty decent score in this one, which will only bode well for them considering how really high up they were in the previous couple of matches. So yeah, really well played to them. Of course, well played to Vibrant for just getting an insane amount of frags there, and of course getting that chicken dinner. And then yeah, just well played to all the teams there as well. Yeah,
but I mean, and you were mentioning something along those lines, you know, a little bit earlier, you know, in one of our conversations as well. It was in this match where you also mentioned, you know, seeing some of these players managing to place to get the team's placement up so much higher, as it, you know, in comparison to the whole squad, you know, playing and moving up. And it's amazing to see, you know, the skill of the individual players coming out, you know, in these matches and in these games. And it kind of shows you why we have these teams playing in the Pro Series, you know, because it's not like we decided, oh, it'd be nice to call it that. It's it's the Pro Series.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. Yeah, that's exactly like you said. You know, these teams are putting in the work, they're putting in the numbers, and they're doing some good stuff. So yeah, just GGs to them, and yeah, this is we'll see. I'm sure we'll see some continued improvement going forward. The more we play and the more we see.
Yeah, but there we go. So well done to Gun, well done, well played. In fact, well done to all the teams. I mean, you guys put up an amazing fight, making our life quite difficult here. But yeah, well done once again. Well done, well played. Really, really amazing show there. And yeah, thank you to everyone for watching as well. I hope you guys enjoyed it at least. I know we definitely did. But yeah, we should be back again on Monday when we continue with our open series. So be sure to tune in for that. And yeah, we will see you in the next one. So that is it from our side.
Yeah, cheers and peace.
There we go. So let's get into those replays and then of course end the stream. Cheers guys, thank you so much.
They're looking for this one. They know he's got to be low, even though he did manage to find those 2 medkits. They've spotted him out. There it is. It's going to be the whole Raze squadron spotting him out and taking that fire over towards him. They are aware of his position. Optic going to get knocked over. Mercury doing a lot of damage. They're not able to take him out in return, trying to find him in their sights. Finally, that's going to be Sidon and no quarter. So there's a really great nade going down onto ISO there.
No, he blew himself up.
Team over.
L7 was trying to send that one over here to Temper and then of course got himself knocked out. Oh, a third party now coming in from Ekasi. What a play. So ISO and Temper battling it out, and then of course Ekasi sneaks up with a beautiful third party from behind. The last 2 hopefuls left for the Dragons. So beautiful exchange that we had there between those teams. But look at the zone. MEA just right there, all over. Shots.
Vibrant doing a lot of damage there.
Shots and some more shots.
Yeah, that's MEA going all the way down. Vibrant just doing the dirty work.
And taking them out as well. Well done. Pretty comfortable in their position there. They've been there for quite a big majority of the round. You know, they moved up, rotated up into the position. They've kind of settled, and now they just defend the spot, making sure that none of the other teams that even dare pass them, you know, will get any further than that.
Yeah, right now we can see a bit of a switch up. Ekasi doing some damage there as I speak, doing...
Now on the move, the Outsiders and 4KT also fairly close together, of course, on the side of the map here. So 4KT taking a quick few shots. Outsiders managing to move up in towards zone. Let's jump back over here to Nibble. Vibrant and up pushing in. Sticky quickly tending to Vindog. But of course the whole squad now moving in. Oh, what a grin!
Actually allowed them to stay away and out of the fight so far. They have jumped out now and they're going to go towards Vibrant. Meanwhile, ISO going to be taking a lot of shots, and Ekasi also putting in the damage there. They're going to be fighting it out, duking it out as Gun comes upon Vibrant there.
Oh, Vibrant doing quite a bit of damage there. Well done. So Gun now down to 2. Oscar getting hit.
That's definitely a bit of a spanner in the works for them, especially considering they haven't gotten a single frag in yet.
Well, no pressure, no pressure. Let's see if they can hold on all the way to the final circle. We've got bait, of course, here from Ekasi now, the last hope for left. ISO pushing up on him. Up comes L7. Oh, gets the hit. Well done, well played to ISO. The outside is getting that hit in on Raze as well. Down goes Pronto. Well done to Tia. So this is it. This is a very interesting zone. I mean, we've got Shady, the last one there from Temper. We've got Sidon, the last one from Raze. We've got Nomad, the last one from Nibble. Down goes Sidon. The Outsiders gets the hit on him. Well done. The Undead and the Outsiders battling it out. Ooh, Storm getting a beautiful knock and finish there. But Zodiac knocked as well. Thrax and Tia now the last 2 hopefuls left. Helios and Storm, again, also not backing off just yet. They keep on pushing, keep on trying to get those hits in, because you never know, you might just, oh, get taken out by Tia. Well done. Well done. Beautiful grenade. Shot after shot after shot after shot. 7 teams remaining. You could exist. Nomad caught up right on the edge of the zone here. Just trying to make it in. Oh, ISO getting a hit in on Gun. Gun not looking too great now. Pyro, the last hope for left. ISO moving in. Gets a beautiful hit there on L7. Up comes Cubic. Oh, and he gets it. What a clutch.
That's really something to be said about it. Vibrant also going to be doing some work there as they exchange fire with teams across the map. It's still Gun though. They still left in this one. Pyro, he's chilling there.
What a shot there by Vibrant, getting that hit in on the players, of course, now from the Undead. So Pyro just holding on for the team. We got the Undead getting quite a bit of damage coming in, and down they go. Well done, well played. The zone there, you know, he's got an upper ground advantage. Let's see, will he use it? And you know, he's got 6 potential kills that he can make. Ooh.
Yeah, it would certainly be interesting there. There's Vibrant taking a lot of damage there and giving out some of their own. And Gun, Pyro is just putting in the work there. He's really making it work. And there goes the match itself.